Bullshit. What's up, boogie? I'm about to make $1 million off of my trauma. Fucking now, I'll make it known. Don't give a fuck like I'm bro. I got my hand on your throat. My dick ain't under control. I love to fight like Stallone. Fuck all that talking, we grown. I feel your mama with hoes if she gonna ban you from one of my shows. All of my models said I sit in jail with the way that I'm moving, but now them hoes standing and say I'm a rebel. They don't understand me. Shit, I'm not evil, but please do not tempt me. Oh no, they don't recognize me. Trauma, my eyes looking bright like The Shining. Trauma, my demons look bitch like I'm Doja. Think I got something in me? Let me show you. The Lord is still counting my sins. He probably lost count in a week. If I put all my flaws on the list, be better off counting our sheep. Why am I the way that I am? It's probably the devil in me. You like all these demons I reap? That's just the devil in me. 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 The Lord is still counting my sins. He probably lost count in a week. Why am I the way that I am? That's just the devil in you.
Stuck in the middle of this shit like a talent of being too passive or overreacting. Do I find love and start breaking my habits, or do I say fuck it and still be a ratchet? I know at times this shit gon' get ugly. I hope you see beauty inside of the balance. Just cause he said don't make the shit valid. Niggas be capping, can't even imagine. I close my eyes and I talk to God. He said I'm a soldier for real. I go outside and got demons that tap on my shoulder, and I gotta tell him to chill. I think the place that I'm from did made me go numb or right and forgot how I feel. I think I might self-destruct and gotta rebuild, but I'm staying positive still. I understand that healing the art. I've been doing my part, I've been fixing my heart. I found a way I can still share my light. That's because of the work that I did in the dark. You know this world finna tear us apart. Probably won't be the person you was at the start. Can't even think of a person to call when I fell on my ass and I needed a spark. I've been enslaved to the game, let me free from my image. How you gon' stay on the mission? You playing the victim and being dependent. I say I can't stay the same, but scared of the change. I think I'm conflicted. I think that we contradictions. I think that we contradictions.
The Lord is still counting my sins. He probably lost count in a week. If I put all my flaws on the list, be better off counting our sheep. Why am I the way that I am? It's probably the devil in me. You like all these demons I reap? That's just the devil in me. 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 The Lord is still counting my sins. He probably lost count in a week. Why am I the way that I am? That's just the devil in me.
Hey guys, Keegan Clark here. I'm sure you know what we came here to do today because, you know, music talks.
Hey guys, and welcome to Music Talks. Oh, hey, what's going on here? We got the Discord open? Hey, my bad. What happened to Cystic? I can hear you. I think I just have my own screen up. There we go. Wait, hold up. There we go. Okay. There we go. I got you. All good. It was 100% on my end. All right. Welcome to the stream, Cystic. For those of you who don't know, Cystic is a rapper, musician, producer. My first introduction to you was through Mishka's Undiscovered Vibes, actually. Her playlist. I was listening to, yeah. So why don't you tell me? Yeah. I don't know why my streamerbot's not responding. Come on now. But yeah. I'm glad to have you on. Let's see, we got the guest mic working. Say something. Okay, I gotta fix that on the... It's just, I need to calibrate the app. There we go. Now it should work. Okay, now it should work. Now you should be able to hear him. Cool. Alright, cool. So, without further ado, let's get right on into these questions. So I've grouped these questions into 6 categories. And the first category being, who are you? Which basically just delves into your history and your aspirations and how you got to where you are. So the first question on that category is, Oh yeah, this is like a show and tell thing. Show us your oldest and newest tracks.
My oldest tracks, like on the, I guess, like to play.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Yeah, songs to play. Yeah. Songs to play. Yeah.
Shit. My oldest, honestly, my oldest tracks. I mean, they're probably purged. I don't know. I have no idea where they're at. My bar for starting was so bad I couldn't even rap on beat. If I'm being honest. But my oldest shit that's available would probably be Alpha and Omega.
Okay.
It should be on streaming.
Okay, we'll start with that then. Alpha
And it was like
and
my
Omega.
first track that I really. It was for my first album. It was the first single for my very first album. My album's not on streaming, but I'm remastering and I'm gonna put it on streaming. But yeah, I mean, one of my first tracks that I really did all me on. I mixed it, I mastered it, I produced the whole thing.
Gotcha.
So really get my feet wet starting out with all that.
All right. So you produced this, you put vocals on it. This was like one of the first tracks where you, yeah. Were you a producer
just
before? Were you a vocalist? Were you a vocalist before you were a producer?
Somewhat, yeah, definitely. I grew up around music. I grew up creating music, doing music. I worked in, believe it or not, I mean, I grew up in church as well a good bit, being in the South in the Bible Belt. And so I played piano for years on stage, even just as a young kid.
Gotcha.
And then on top of that, my mom's side, very music. My mom's side has all the talent. And then my pop side had all the, I guess you could say, the admiration for music, was the fan of music. My pop side, though, were the people that they weren't necessarily musically inclined, but they were just big fans of artists and appreciative of all these different styles and everything like that. They would dive into artists and their history and how they did certain things. And then my mom's side, they wasn't big on like certain artists, but they were just really big music creators, especially like my grandmother. That's probably where the seed was my grandmother. She started me with piano. That's where I first got my first taste of music at like 6 years old. And then from there, I mean, between them two, I mean, you kind of got a little bit of me, which is the best of both worlds in that I create the music, but I'm also just a massive fan of music, and more specifically rap and hip hop as a general, as a genre and as a culture. I poured everything I have into that. I mean, I grew up with it. It's been around me forever.
Right. That makes sense. It's interesting. I think we have similar family backgrounds because on my mom's side is also more musically inclined, while my dad's side is a lot more more cultured in musicians that exist.
Right.
At least my mom and my dad. I don't know about. And you know, to some extent, I can relate. Yeah. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into Alpha and Omega.
Thought I was finished. This my beginning and ending. As time passes by and I strategize my next move and decide. Soon seen the truth, and since I was terrified, petrified of myself, looking down with no help. The degenerate felt defeated, had dealt with feelings of hell. What will my future bring when I'm stuck in this with no wealth? What if I'm just chasing dreams that were never meant for myself? No one took me serious, laughing like I'm a joke. The punchline was me and I set myself up for real. So I went back in time and remembered why I invested my life until these are rhymes that I still devise. The story of my hell and strife I recite unto you tonight. Don't you ever get it twisted when speaking on my existence. I'm a social distance from these bitches, too sick for this competition. I got proposition to all my circles of opposition. Don't fucking speak on my name if your name bitch ain't fucking sister, cause I hear you whispering shiz if the kid cannot hear it. Yeah. tiptoeing on my name. Your mouth opens with shame. Pastoring sheep sermons with gossip loaded at aim. My circle couldn't wait for me to go after some of your lames. My verses switch non-believers to followers of my page. The way I transition from the choruses, that of a book. You see my story the way I write and smack you till you're shook. And I bait these critics with the way that I capture the look. So punchlines say in many ways, my verses be off the hook. And I've been living through my lines, practicing within my mind. This is years in the making, none of this shit could happen overnight. Pain, trauma in my life made me to a monster that I cannot lie. I wouldn't say I'm holy, but I am divine. Word of God resides in me through my life. But they just thinking that I'm stupid, right? Tell me how to live my life. Saying I ain't got no business doing all the trap shit, so I shouldn't try. I should quit and just hang up the stick, cause I'm embarrassing me and my wife. That I rebel spirit and I should just accept that this shit just isn't real life. Well, tell him I just run it back. Tell him I'ma need a stack. Tell him I ain't give a fuck about nobody else and I need me some rack. You see my story and you see my life, the shit is destined for me, I can see the light. And you can tell them that they can go kiss my white ass with their lips since they talking that shit on my back. Cause I'm back in, taking phones now, I ain't asking, packed in. Cause I came home with some baggage, back at it like a crack at it with a Mac 10. If anybody wonders, they can get like fast food, bitch. Been hopeless, felt so lit, sometimes wonder what hope is. But know this, I never lose focus, I'ma go in, throw trap, but I bust out like the Trojan. Then I'm coming for the crown, no king is safe now. You see now from my album, someday at the playground. Bustin' out for blood now, I'm a hunting greyhound. Like Will Smith in the stove, fresh prince to chase down. And nobody ever gave me fair shot in life, no. Born with the assumption I was just a dice. So I swear on everything that if I ever get this up, I put the gun up to my temple, get the bullet and pipe down. Repeat that line now, get bullet and pipe down. In life I have now, so better realize now. It's my cause for you to blindly follow, or I kindly swallow some nine per bottle. Take my life with thought, I guess I'm kinda hostile. This is my new gospel, I'm violent, harmful. Keep minds and watch for I'm not to play with when it comes to killing shit, bitch, I'm a Jason. You better remember me, forever centuries. And when I go, this be legacy, living memories. And I will keep moving through until it's the end of me. Alpha and Omega, I'm beginning and the end of these. So fuck your opinions and fuck your people, fuck your ideas, fuck your whole career, fuck your life, fuck your strife, fuck your wives, fuck your husband, fuck your lies, fuck your judgments. I'm what's coming, I'm your fears, I'm your troubles, I'm your tears. I'm the chosen, I'm what's broken, I'm the opponent, I'm opponent, I'm the gun and I'm the prophetic made. And special way I see the snakes slither but no mind to pay. This revelation coming to fruition as the true musician when it's through its play. This is scriptures written on poetic vision, this is my provision up on my position. Draw my problems and all of my opposition. On my mama, I will never fail my mission. As I end this with the message hinted from the heavens, you will see our job here. Everyone wanna see the best and then you get it, but you now see God's here. My last project I was highly stressed, but no one knew my test would make Paul's tears. You not witness through my story written, it's exactly how we got here. Yeah. How we got here, 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 how we got here.
Dude, that was amazing.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, this is awesome. Your flow, your delivery, like, and not to mention your message too.
It's crazy listening to it. Like just even my style, like, and finding myself and everything. It's just like, I guess, like, as a listener, people probably just don't hear it the same as the artist. Like, I just think to myself, like, knowing who I was, and like, I was so technical back then. I was so big on like technical rapping, and like I still am.
I got it. It was very Lyrical Miracle vibes. Which I am a fan of, being white.
It's like, it was so technical, and like, for me, like, I just, at the time, like, I just wanted to be like the best rapper. I didn't care about making like good like music or like whatever. Like, I just wanted to be like, throw all these quadruple entendres and flows and everything, and I just like, I don't know, man, and I feel like now it's like I've where I've grown is I've been able to keep the for certain songs I've been able to keep the technical aspect of it while also blending it with the songwriting, with the artistic production, and being able to really just make. Also, you know, I think that's really underrated nowadays. It's just songwriting. You know, there are a lot of people. It's like it's one or the other. It's like they can songwrite, but it's like if you put them in a cipher, there's not really much they can add. But if you have them just on paper, like, phenomenal rapper, but it's like, but can you make a song? Like, can you make somebody like, feel something? You know?
Yeah. I've definitely noticed that pattern. For whatever it's worth. To the extent I was able to pick up on what you were putting down, besides all the if you look past all the technical crap, it still, you know, it was deep. It was emotionally driven. I could definitely tell.
Oh yeah.
By the way, welcome Ed the Soundman and Insomniac. Glad you guys could both make it through. I'm interviewing Cystic. Yeah. That was Alpha and Omega. That was one of your first tracks you've ever released, right? One of your first tracks that you one of the oldest tracks that you made that you also released is my guess.
Yeah, that was back in 2021. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the album was called How We Got Here. That's why at the end it had that How We Got Here, a little production thing going on. It was the way to kind of introduce that era, and like my, I guess, concept at the time was I'm doing Alpha and Omega. This is my first single, but it was also going to be the last song on the album, and it was supposed to be like one of those things where you listen to it the first time at the beginning of the era, and then you listen to it at the end of the album, and it's kind of like the perspective you hear it from is different. So like hearing it from the beginning of the era, you hear it as you just heard it, and you're just like, okay, so this is what we're starting with, and he's talking some shit and all this stuff, and then at the end of it, it's kind of like certain things started clicking and making sense about why this was said or why this was brought up, or like what story what this was relating to, and then you start catching all these Easter eggs and stuff. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's always the journey is always fascinating. So what about your very newest release?
Yeah, my newest release, which would be FOMF, I got that joint with one of 21 Savage's producers on his Slaughter Gang label, Kid Hazel. He did the production on that one, and then of course I mix and master. I mix all of my vocals.
Okay.
And
cool.
That's the latest one that's the latest one that's dropped. I got some other ones in the vault, so it's hard to keep track. I'm always making shit, but
that's dope.
Yeah, FOMF. That's the latest one. And then of course before that is 23, the album itself.
I should also mention that I added Alpha and Omega to my indie music playlist, Beats and Bangers, indie artists, because I like it quite a bit. And hopefully that means it'll. By the way, this is completely off the cuff. It might actually be a scripted question. It's not. Interesting. No, I don't think it is. I'll just ask it. Do you have Bandcamp?
Bandcamp? No, I do everything from my website.
Okay.
That's my Bandcamp, if you will. Yeah, I got the same digital albums that you can download stuff. Yeah, I just do it all straight from my website.
Okay. I asked because Indie Boom Shockwave. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that indie music show, but we're doing a thing on December 5th, an all day stream where people play different co-hosts curate Bandcamp playlists that they'll play all throughout the day, and it'll be like and it has like rotating hosts depending on what playlist is playing, and if anyone asks what song it is, oh, it's this song by so and so, you can buy it on this list of Bandcamp playlist right here. Kind of a cool way to discover new artists and even donate or give money directly to them to support them.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, so that's mainly why I asked the question, along with all the other cool features. But it's cool that you got a website. I'm working on a website of my own too, but it's a long time in the works.
Yeah, I might can help with that. Let me know after. I might be able to help with that because I got something that's real easy. I just do it all from my phone. Honestly,
I mean that's cool. I've got WordPress. It's not like I'm able to use it. I'm able to use it fine. It's mostly just I don't know. I'm still like the technical shit. Like I need to write a privacy policy and
I got you.
That kind of stuff, formatting and things.
Right.
Yeah. There's just a lot of features I still need to add. But anyway, enough of that. This is FOMF. the latest track by Cystic. Let's get right on into this one.
All about to tell me we're through, and as you know I love only you. And every time you can touch me, I don't feel the warmth that we once had.
I'm not afraid of nobody. In the ring or out the ring, they got a gun or a knife, and I'll show him that too. I'm just ready to get it on, crush this guy's skull.
Every bar I manifested was prophetic. The only energy I'm moving with now is kinetic. They said that I was in over my head, that's just pathetic. That's coming from some people probably feel so they projecting. After 23 I hit my highest, yet they said I really scored. I feel like Kobe now, my job ain't finished yet, I'm bored. Now I got family members hitting me, I never knew. Shit is kinda funny looking at my phone like, who the fuck is you? All of y'all's fake loyal, choose a side, I'll do it for you. Bitch, you need to get some assets, brace yourself, stay in your bracket. I've lost some friends, it's questionable, whatever though. You know the ropes, giving people love and me the villain, it's just the way it goes. Fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face. I ain't really gonna lie, you can stay on that side. Y'all got me fucked up now, everybody gotta die. Bitch, fuck out of my face, 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 get the fuck out the way, bruh. Bitch, stay in your lane, bruh. Y'all got me fucked up now, everybody gotta die. It's the shit I wanted now for my whole life, and I'm still annoyed. I've seen the highs and the lows of this shit while still employed. The thirst for greatness while starving on EBT statements. Miss me with the trolls and engagement, this ain't for entertainment. Me and God alike, I hate a lukewarm friend. Honestly, I ain't as healed yet, I still want revenge. Pray my downfall to hug me after, I hate to pretend. All of y'all was laughing at me, I remember that shit. I just want what I deserve and I'ma do what I did. No regrets, I put that on my love, the future of our kids. They like Cystic, it's been 5 years, how is Ian big? Trash artist making is a motivation, I'm serious. I've been bloodthirsty, think that shit the devil in me. I'm a dog when I shoot, but you ain't muzzling me. Bitches talking, but we'll piece it up, that's puzzling me. If you ain't about it, for God's sake, keep that tongue in your cheek. And I don't give a fuck who you think better than me. Honestly, man, nobody gave a fuck when I died at 3. Bitch, I don't give a fuck who you got top of your list. That top 10 ain't shit if it's missing me and that bitch. Fucking with my time, you gon' surely die. Put that on my God, send you to the sky. Oh my fucking God, I've arrived, but I paid the price with my goddamn life. Don't know what it's like, and you gon' try to tell me I ain't learning shit. Fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face. I ain't really gon' lie, you can stay on that side. Y'all got me fucked up now, everybody gotta die. Bitch, fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face, fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out the way, bruh. Bitch, stay in your lane, bruh. Y'all got me fucked up now, everybody gotta die.
God damn. That was fuck out of my face, or FOMF. Now I know what the acronym stands for. By Cystic. Yeah, you were talking your shit on that one. That was badass. When I first heard the opening, I was like, oh, is this gonna be like a soul R&B type of beat? No, it just
yeah, the little beat switch, yeah.
Yeah.
Kid Hazel went crazy on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a almost brooding type of song. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from it. Tell me a little bit more about your thought process when you wrote that.
Yeah. So, all of my work is pretty cohesive with my life, and just kind of like the present moments and the things that are going on during those times. And that came about. I mean, really, I already had planned to kind of do this, but it served as sort of a victory lap, if you will, for the album, towards the album's success and how well it did with the West Side Boogie feature and getting the amount of streams that it did, and then getting on like even a couple like indie charts and some college radio stuff. I mean, it went really big compared to what we have done in the past. I mean, like We even had I even hooked up with like a lot of artists behind the scenes as well that are like well known, like people know these people. I can't, I'm not gonna like say names and shit and like out it
Okay.
out, but like people that like I grew up listening to and like I got
Wow.
to like speak to because of like that album. And I got my feet in the water for whatever you want to call the industry in. And
Cool.
and that song was kind of like, it was kind of like the blessing and the curse of dealing with all of it. It's like, why,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like I'm, things are amping up. This is where we're at. But at the same time, there was also a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I was dealing with. It's kind of weird, and I feel like this is just in general. Whenever anybody elevates in life, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
have sort of like this polarity thing that goes on. You're going to have, and that's a law. That's a law of the universe. Is polarity,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that happens simultaneously. Anytime you succeed in life, it's like you're going to have a lot of chaos while also having these big breakthroughs and success. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like I don't know how it always patterns out like that, but it just does.
Yeah.
And I was
Like
a
what
lot of
goes
people
around
that I
comes
grew up.
around.
Yeah, yeah, and there was a lot of people I was growing up with, people that I called like like real close. Like I called them my brothers, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't call people that just because I know somebody. Like that's somebody that like
Right.
I'm bonded with, and
Mm-hmm.
I lost some of those people. A lot of people turned on me. A lot of people that um I had family members popping up I didn't know existed because they saw like the little 10 minutes of whatever they thought it was.
Mm.
And I started
Yeah.
going, a little mini viral too on a lot of videos and stuff, and people were seeing that, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was really just me kind of standing on my business and being
Mm.
like, bro, like everybody that wasn't with the fucking train before, um, it's kind of like fuck out of my face. Everybody that has doubted
Ah.
me in the past, but now you want to be on the winning team whenever something's happening. It's just like
Gotcha.
I don't fuck with that type of shit at all.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Also, I mean, it was like plus two. Like I remember, like I'm still to this day traumatized to an extent about
Mm.
whenever I first released music. My first ever thing, since we was talking about earlier, was it was called the Cystic EP, right? And
Mm.
I took like a picture with my iPhone against like a blank wall. And it was like a side shot with me with like a hoodie over my head,
Uh-huh.
and and I just put like these terrible fonted uh, title for Cystic EP. And I mean, I produced and I wrote and mixed it and everything, but it was just awful. It was god awful. But it was my first time trying and attempting something, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like at the time, people could see the potential, but I remember just people dogging the hell out of me, bro. Like people
Mm.
that I was like at least like give me constructive criticism. I had people talk. I don't know like what the censorship is on the stream, but like I had people
Uh,
just saying they wanted to go away forever of
holy
themselves because
fuck.
of how bad it was. Yeah,
Jesus
like
Christ.
yeah, and like people were telling me that whatever you can imagine, people were saying it. And now
Oh.
some of those same people are like, "Bro, I heard your new shit. It's fire." It's kind of like I don't know. It's like maybe it's
Ooh.
just a change of mind. I can understand that people change, and maybe it's just because yeah, at the time it wasn't really what it was supposed to be, but it just I don't know, it feels strange to
Mm.
me. And me
Yeah.
as the recipient of it, it's like
Yeah.
everybody that doubted, everybody that didn't play a part, it's like I didn't have a lot of people that believed in me, bro. Now everybody wants to believe in me. It's like
Nah.
I think they just think
Yeah.
I got amnesia or something. Like I don't like I just forgot all that. I'm still in that mind space a little bit. Like I still
Mm-hmm.
remember being all of that and all those years and all those
Yeah.
10,000 hours in training. I mean, I put so much time into this and just living basically in a garage, in somebody's garage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for years, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody giving a fuck about anything I was doing. But that's what happens. Like that, and like I said, like life is always going to be a just going back, it's always going to be a yin yang. It
Mm-hmm.
always is. Whenever something bad is going on, it's always going to get better. And whenever you're living at the top of the mountain of whatever you're living in, there's always a
Mm-hmm.
valley that's going to come at some point. It's like,
Right. Right.
and especially whenever you have moments like that, I mean, shit will happen simultaneously because
Mm-hmm.
your energy is exuding one way, and you're also breaking away old patterns as well as going into new chapters. I mean, all of it's happening at once. It's kind of like inner alchemy in a way. It really is.
Yeah. No, it's fascinating the way you're describing that. I absolutely, for what it's worth, people tend to diminish how traumatic. Yeah, I know you use the word traumatic. People tend to diminish the amount of effects words can have on someone's mental health.
Oh yeah, words are powerful.
It's like, dude, I can't even imagine. Like, I'm a very sensitive soul. I don't take criticism, or at least I don't take destructive criticism very well. Obviously, because it's like you're sharing a little piece of your soul in a matter of respect, in a certain way, so to speak, and to just have that kind of fucking vitriol get thrown at you for really no reason. I mean, there's like if you don't like their song, you can just leave. I don't know. You can just not listen to it. It's like,
or it's like you could
people
get
are just
like, my
brutal
thing was
for
like,
being brutal.
people could mentor me. That was my thing. Like I was off. I've always been a sponge for knowledge and learning. And like my thing was like, okay, you don't like this, but like tell me why. Don't just tell me it's trash. Don't just tell me I'm like, that I'm not gonna be like. Tell me why you don't like it. Okay, is it the mix? Is it the vocals? Is it because I'm not rapping on beat? It's like, obviously, yeah, it was all those things, but at the time I didn't know that because like I'm on a blue ball snow mic, a blue ball, blue ball. Oh my god, bro, it's been a long day.
I'm the same way.
A snowball blue mic, brand blue, and I'm rapping with like a 30-day free trial of Ableton that I refused to pay for, and every time because this is literally what I did. Okay, so I had a dog of Ableton. I had the free trial on it, and basically on the free trial, you can't ever export anything. You can make stuff, but it has to be in one session, and you can't save and you can't export. So what I would do is I would make my whole shit in one session. And I would just keep it open, and then I would use a like an audio recording software and just record it. I'll just play and record the whole thing and save it. Yeah,
gotcha.
And I was doing the fucking sock on the mic and everything as best I could. I had a big ass sock I put over the snowball to try to and it's like, of course it's not going to be studio quality. My thing was just like I just wanted somebody to like mentor me, somebody to help me learn, somebody that could actually give me guidance towards what it was I was trying to do. And I wasn't getting that. I mean, throughout my journey, I've met and I've connected with some people that gave me little tidbits, but like for the most part, bro, like everything I did, I basically just fucking disappeared, locked in, and then came out, and all of a sudden people are like, how do you do that? Because I don't even like say that to sound like cocky or arrogant, but like I really am self-taught on like a lot of the shit when it comes to production and mixing, and especially writing. I wrote I've been writing since I was 11, 12 years old. My first rap that I ever wrote, I was probably like 9 years old. And like I've just been like even right out the gate, like I could write good just because of all that time I put into that and just never recording any of it. But yeah, I'm but what a lot of people have a team for, I mean, is I just do. I don't wait for nobody to send me a beat if I don't want it. If I like the beat, I buy it, but I don't have to wait for anybody to do anything. If I want something, I do it myself.
Right.
And there's value in that now. Now I see why that my time was put in that, because the simple saying of everything happens for a reason. I mean, now I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did those 10,000 kicks, because I don't have to worry about anybody. Now I do know how to do it. I am the whole product with that.
Right.
You know?
There's something reassuring about being self-sufficient, being able to write, vocalize, and produce, mix, and master all by yourself. I have a similar history with DAWs and whatnot. I had the trial version of FL Studio, couldn't export for the same reason.
Yeah. And then going back to what you're saying too with words, like just to give a little tidbit on that, because I really noted that you're so right about that, because I think while yes, there is a certain extent of we allow words to do whatever we do, there is an extent of that, yes, but at the end of the day, the word still carries energy. Energy is there whether we accept it or not. It's like, even if you could say whatever you want to say to me, it's like I could decide for myself if that is going to affect me or not, but the energy is still put out there. It's still
Yeah.
said. And I
Mm-hmm.
know the toughest motherfuckers in the world, bro. People that have like went to prison for killing people, bro, just wiping them off. But
Mm-hmm.
words will hurt them. It's crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like they can take physical pain all day, but you say, but like deep down, like whether they want to admit it or not, they got a tender heart. And then
Yeah.
I know people that you could say whatever you want to them, and they got the gift of gab where they will say something 10 times worse. I mean, shit, a lot of times you see it in school, just kids that just shit talk
Mm-hmm.
all the time, but
Right.
they can't hold themselves in a fight. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah.
nothing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's for sure. It's interesting. Um. So the next. So this is the first question.
mhm,
The first scripted question in the "Who Are
mhm.
You" category. This is, when did you know you wanted to make music?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a precise point.
Mm.
It's just,
Just kind of happened organically.
I felt like I can't. I feel like honestly, I came to the planet wanting to do that.
Mm.
If I'm being honest, I don't have like I before I even gained consciousness of that I was a human at whatever age we do at 4 or 5 years old. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just what I've always wanted to do. It's always, even
Mm.
before I wanted it to make a career, I always wanted to do music.
Mm.
Always.
Mm. That's awesome. Yeah. So like, but like, when did you decide, like, okay, I'm gonna take this seriously and make it into a career? Like, when did
I
you
would
start seeing
say
your? Yeah.
I would say like when I started like seeing myself like, okay, this is what I want to do in my life. I say about 10, 11 years old.
Mm.
10,
Okay.
10 11 years old. And then I just didn't really like, and then when I finally took the step to do it, like when I first actually, started making songs and trying to build a social media profile, and all that stuff, right? That was
Mm-hmm.
probably around 16. So
Mm.
whenever I finally started doing that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. That's not. That's neat.
hmm
And you always knew you wanted to be like a hip hop artist, or like you
Yeah,
just gravitated toward. All right.
yeah, that was definitely, yeah, my first love,
Mm.
definitely.
All right. Cool. Um. So, who are your inspirations?
Shit, I listen to so many people, bro.
Mm.
It's kind of like it's hard for me. I can give you like my top ones, but yeah, I get inspired by a lot of, like, I have so many people in my playlist. Like my Spotify
Mm-hmm.
playlist got 20,000 songs just in rap songs. Like I've ran out of space in my hip hop playlist, so I had to make a second one, and I'm almost out of space on that one. And that
Oh, I
doesn't even
feel you.
count jazz, rock, like EDM and shit. Like that doesn't even
Mm-hmm.
count all the other stuff. Like I probably
Mm.
got close to like 50, 60,000 songs saved on my Spotify. It's
Holy
fucking
fuck.
ridiculous. Every week I go through and I take time. I don't care how busy I've been. I don't care if I had like a 12-hour shift at work, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always go through and I try to cycle through everything that I follow that's come out. I'm always listening to music. Um,
Mm.
but I would say if I could give a top five, I'll definitely say K Dot's definitely up there. Definitely
Mm.
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Um,
Okay.
Triple X, XXXTentacion. Just off the versatility alone, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say Kanye. People say what they want about him now, but I
Right.
mean
Right.
Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and then I would put Eminem in there as well, just because that was kind of like that was one of the first artists that I really learned how. That's where I got my technical stuff from.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the first artists when I was like 13, 14 years old that I was like I really dove in and studied. I was also, like I said, I was in church too, so I listened to also like a lot of um I hate to call them Christian rappers because I know they don't like that label, and they're more than just a Christian rapper. I don't want to put them in a box, but like the
Mm-hmm.
Reach Record Group, okay, like KB, Lecrae, Trip Lee. I listened to them a lot growing
Mm-hmm.
up. Um,
Gotcha.
and then I also let's see, of course, like
Lin-
Andre 3K, Jay
Lin-
Z, ASAP Rocky was big for me just because of the production.
Linderman came
I
in.
love the whole.
Linderman came in chat, mentioning Q-Tip, Rakim, and Paris. Any of
Oh
those?
yeah, yeah. I listened to this. I went back and listened beyond my years. Way, yeah, yeah, around like probably 16, 17. That's when I started going like way beyond my years.
Mm-hmm.
I even went back and listened to shit by like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and shit. Yeah, like I know all of all that shit. And Wu Tang's a big inspiration for me.
Mm.
Nas,
Mm-hmm.
I could keep going. MF Doom, Black Thought.
MF Doom. Yeah, yeah. It's a good one. Yeah. Well, you definitely have a cultured and solid repertoire to work off of. A lot of inspirations. Well,
Oh
I
yeah,
got a lot of Wu-Tang fans here. Insomniac says Wu is life.
yes sir. Woo, woo.
uh, let's see.
I actually saw them in concert too. That was sick. I saw
Mm,
him. I saw them and Nas in concert. They had a joint tour. It was pretty dope.
nice, nice. So the next question I've got on the list is, how did you come to find a community of other musicians?
Twitter.
Aha!
Honestly,
Same.
yeah, Twitter. I mean, I found like my little group of people on Instagram. At first, I was growing
Mm-hmm.
more on there just because of like that's what everybody IRL was kind of connected with. You know, Twitter is
Mm-hmm.
kind of weird. I don't know if it's just my location or just because like I'm in the South or whatever. But like, I don't ever meet anybody IRL that has Twitter. But yet, Twitter is where I get probably the most like that's where I feel like a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny. Like, but I
uh,
don't meet anybody IRL, and if I do, they don't use it. Like, they just kind of like go
mm-hmm.
on it every once in a while. But
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely Twitter. Um, uh, especially in our community, around like it was around 2021 whenever the first album dropped, and I actually the first person I met was Know It All,
Mm.
and he got me in with his group chat, and I from there just was just talking to everybody. It's like I was on Twitter tweeting into the void for like almost like probably a year and a half, 2 years, just hoping
Mm-hmm.
somebody would see some shit. And
Yeah.
then uh, I had like maybe like fucking 80 followers at the time, and
Mm.
then I got connected with him, and then I started meeting all of those people, and then
Mm.
they had the fucking. This was what really did it was the rap ciphers. So Know It
Mm.
All, Patty Honcho, Black Shadori, they would have these the rap ciphers in the Twitter Spaces,
Mm.
and so everybody would come in once a week, and we'd probably have like 100 people, bro, just like listening in.
Mm.
And I would get in there, and I would just like walk in that bitch, be rabbit style, like it would like it just I would have to go drive away from like the where I was staying at the time because I couldn't be loud. But
Mm.
so I'd get in my car, I'd go to a parking lot or something, I would park, turn the car off and everything, and I'd sit there and I'd listen to everybody do their raps, and then I'd ask to get on there and I would do mine, and that's where I really started granting people because every single
Ah.
cipher I was there every single time, and I would try to write the best verse possible, like shit that like you didn't even hear on my songs, because I was
Mm.
like I have one chance to make 100 people like me. I can't
Mm.
fuck this up. And
Gotcha.
each time I was done with one of those ciphers, I would get like anywhere from 30 to 70 followers, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
And so yeah, and I grew pretty quick after that, and then from there it's just kind of been just natural growth and people tuning in and shit like that. And then I started getting like with IG and stuff with like the doing my, because I do my own marketing too. I don't I have some people that I work with that kind of help me with it, but I pretty much do my own marketing, and so ads and stuff like that. I've gained some other people as well. And then the Houston scene, which I also met through Twitter, I got really touched in with like the Texas underground scene over there, and that's where I started getting some of my first shows in. So H Town was the first place I really like got shown love for performing, and that's where I learned how to do that very well. So yeah, it's just kind of been a string of events.
Yeah. It's true with me. True with me too. A lot of large string of events that led me to where I am now, and all the connections I made along the way. These ciphers. So you perform in them live? Is it like how do you?
Yeah. Yeah, so we would, so I like how Twitter Spaces are, right? Like you start a space, and then everybody can talk in the room, and you can decide who comes up and who's like just listening and stuff.
Right.
So they would, so it would be like them three, and they would all be host and co-host, and then the person that was supposed to, everybody would wait in line that wants to rap, and then when it was your turn, they would bring you up. And you would just spit your shit live right there, and everybody else would be listening. And yeah, honestly, it was phenomenal. It was like about as close things you get to having like a real cipher, like right there in front of your face. It was fucking awesome. And then I remember sometimes too, they'd have some big ones in there. We had some celebs that came in there a couple times, like some people that were like big, and like Questlove. Questlove was in there one time. Was pretty fucking sick. And then you see people the next day talk about in our community that would talk about like what somebody said last night, or like oh my god, like fucking Cystic had this fucking crazy verse last night, or like Patty Honcho fucking ripped this or whatever, like. And I met so many people in there too. A lot of the producer connections, a lot of the artist connections too, I met in there. I got producers that I still work with that like we just have the relationship where if I want to beat, sure, if he wants me on a song, sure, like there's not like we don't charge each other and shit. Like we're just close because we've been locked in for so long. I grew a lot from that. Just that little community.
That's dope as fuck. Yeah, that's awesome. So like the ciphers there, it's like all acapella. I'm guessing everybody's just gotcha.
Yeah. Everybody would just mute their mic, and then you would just go at it. Yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool. I didn't have anything like that when I was growing my online music presence, but I'm also not a rapper. I'm a electronic music producer, so my path was probably a little bit different. But yeah, it does come back down to me making connections online or in person. I make a lot of my connections almost exclusively online so far. And collaborating with people not for money, but just for the love of the game, because you're both friends and you both respect each other and like each other's music. I think that's really cool and awesome.
Nowadays, social media is the new gas station.
Yeah,
that's the new hear my tape.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. As much as I hate social media, it is really a social lubricant for me and a lot of people. Not only do you get to meet other people that in your not only do you get to meet more people that aren't necessarily in your local area, wherever that may be, but like, I don't know, for me anyway, I'm less socially awkward over text than I am in person.
Right. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Cause like I'm not. I've made myself. I used to be like on it all the time, like 24/7, like trying to get a new tweet or get whatever. Because I felt like I always felt like I was behind. Like if I didn't tweet every 2 hours or something, like I was. But then I started realizing I'm really gambling I'm energy gambling, and I'm like giving up my soul into something that like I can't even guarantee. And then I realized people are going to fuck with you because they fuck with you. It's not because that you played the algorithm game. It's kind of like I don't know. It's like to an
Yeah,
extent, yes,
yeah.
we have to do business, but at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, authenticity is the highest form of energy that you can even get anyway. So it's like if people, that's what people are going to see first and foremost. And it's like if I'm sitting here just tweeting the tweet or just posting the post or just whatever the fuck, and I'm not putting like any thought into it, and it's just a
Mm-hmm.
quantity over quality shit, then
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah, maybe you did find. It's like everyone likes to say like, well, you might find somebody that wouldn't have seen it at that time. But my thought process is like, okay, what if you found somebody that came across your shit and thought to themselves, eh, like it,
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't have like the best quality you could have had. Now you could have had maybe
Yeah.
a better video or a better tweet or whatever the fuck, and
Mm-hmm.
then they might have actually liked your shit, but you missed that opportunity because you're sitting there playing a numbers game instead of like putting like real quality content into it. It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Quality over quantity
I
for
be
sure.
arguing with these like marketing gurus all the time because I'm just like, bro. At the end of the day, like they're gonna like me for me, and
Yeah.
if they
No,
don't, then I
no,
don't really
yeah.
want them as a fucking fan, if you will. Anyway,
These very same marketing gurus are losing touch with the public on a massive scale, and they're the reason why so many consumers are just so disillusioned by all this fake
yeah, because
ad
they're making
crap.
everything soulless.
Yeah,
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 it's like
exactly. Yeah. So authenticity and all that shit, that's definitely, people resonate with that first and foremost, and always have, really. Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Um so I think you're going in the right direction with that. Uh so another question here is, do you want, I got this kind of a this is kind of a lead in almost, so to speak, even though it's scripted in here. And I think I know the answer, but I'm still going to ask it. Do you want to get signed or stay indie?
I want what makes sense. What
Hmm.
makes sense right now is to be indie.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
it's really like I'm a business person outside of this now a lot more than I was when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. Can you hear my cat? Is my
I
cat
can't.
being loud?
I heard it, but it's a fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Are you
I have.
sure? Because
Yeah.
like I can go put her in the other room. Um.
I mean, if it's distracting you, it's fine for me. I don't care.
Okay. Word. She keeps trying to knock my door down. But
Cute.
what was my train of thought? It what makes sense for me. So
Mm-hmm.
if if I were presented with the right team and the right people and the right deal, more
Mm-hmm.
specifically leaning towards a distribution deal more than a actual like signed deal, because
Mm-hmm.
I'll be real, like as far as the material aspect of a label, there's nothing they could give me that I can't do myself. Like
Right.
I make music that is on par and quality enough that other artists that are signed are willing to hop on the song and the song does well. So it's like you're not going to sit here and tell me that like I need to be in your $5,000 an hour studio whenever mine's right here and I do just fine with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I also I'm very particular about my work. I'm OCD in general. Like I have
Mm.
OCD, but my
Same.
music like it goes way over the mark. So it's like I feel like me working with multiple people in the studio, there might be some clashing, and that's not always a bad thing either. Sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
can clash and you can create something out of the confrontation that's better because you got different perspectives. But me and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes me and my now I co-own a label too. Keep in mind it's an indie label with
Uh.
with Revolt. Well, this Lindsay, but we call it Revolt. Revolt Records is the label, and
Cool.
sometimes we clashed over like creative ideas. Some not like disrespectfully, but we
Mm-hmm.
differ on opinions, and honestly, quite often. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm no, we also have the respect and the love for each other that how we know each other. Um, that it's never like we never think to ourselves like God, this fucking asshole. Like it's always
Yeah.
like we know that we're on the same team. We're just trying to figure out the solution, right?
Right.
Like
That's
what can
important.
we do to make this sound the best possible?
Mm-hmm.
Um, as far as getting signed, I would get signed if One, I could umbrella Revolt Records with me
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not hopping ship just because it's like supposed to be. That never works. You end up grass looks greener on the other side until you get to the other side and you realize, oh, I just got some funky glasses on or something. Like it's never what it
Mm.
really seems. So
Yeah.
one, I want I would need to umbrella that label with me. Two, creative control everything like on
Right.
my terms in terms of creativity. I am not going to sit here and be told, hey, I'll take suggestions. I'm not somebody that won't take suggestions, sure, but like you're not going to sit here and not release my song just because it didn't have the hi hat you liked, or because, well, this summer, this emotion is trending, so you need to make this. Like I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
doing that
Hell
shit.
no.
That's not how art is made. Nobody.
Yeah.
And then
That's how commercial pop music is made, but nobody except for like the yeah, anyway, I won't go on a
well, that's
tangent.
like following trends instead of starting them, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
even see it with like the Kendrick shit right now. Like I saw a thing where Ty Dolla Sign said that they said that, which I get it from the label's perspective. They're a business. They take it's the risk that's involved with it. But I saw a thing with Ty Dolla Sign that they was like, he had a whole project with DJ Mustard, like a couple years before Kendrick did the GNX tape, and they wouldn't allow him to release it because DJ Mustard wasn't what was popping at the time. They were like, he's not. We don't want to take that risk. And
Mm-hmm.
then Kendrick dropped something because he has full creative control with DJ Mustard. Now DJ Mustard's like, let's get with DJ Mustard because like
Because now,
that's
yeah,
how you
yeah.
start movements and you don't follow them. Like I'm not here to
Yeah.
ride a wave. I'm doing my own thing, and if people fuck with it, they're gonna fuck with it because it's real and it's authentic. That's how shit starts, right? And
Right.
so I don't want to hear some exec tell me some shit that he don't even know nothing about. Half the time, they don't even know hip hop themselves anyway. They just kind of like found out about it because it made them money.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. And they don't even know
so
they don't
yeah,
even
it
know
just has to make sense. And then of course
yeah.
the money has to be right. Like I'm not going to get 360. I mean, a lot of people don't realize either when it comes to getting in advance. And they prey upon a lot of young artists because they don't know like financial literacy. And I didn't grow up with it
Uh-huh.
either, but I've learned it from being in this now for a little bit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that advance is not your money, bro. It's not your money. It's a loan. You have to pay that back. Otherwise, you're stuck in debt. It's like mortgaging your career. If that
Right.
album that they put all that time and money into doesn't sell to the level, and it may even be a great album, it could just be that the marketing wasn't there, and it could be your
Mm-hmm.
music too. Maybe you just wasn't on par. It could be a multitude of things, but regardless, if it doesn't sell numbers wise past that point, then you didn't make no profit off that at all. It just goes straight to the label. And if it doesn't reach that mark, then congratulations, buddy, you're in debt. And that's how so many artists get stuck on the shelf. It's
Right.
like I'd rather be independent forever than get stuck on that.
Yeah.
That's just making my purpose or my passion, my art, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
That's just using it against me. I'm good on that.
Oh yeah.
It has to
Yeah.
make sense for me, and it has to be authentic. Like, and also like I also have to know who's associated with it too. I think that's important. There's people that I don't want to get associated with labels that have bad reputation. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Reputation matters, and reviews matter. It's like it's kind of like especially for such a pivotal decision to make, you kind of have to like you have to review the label as much as the label may want to review you as an artist, as a
Mhm.
it's like it should
Right.
be a mutually beneficial exchange, and to the extent one is benefiting off of you more than the other, it's like, yeah, can't have that.
Oh yeah.
um so yeah, reputation for sure definitely matters. And I would even question and again, I might be naive, but I would question the competence of a lot of those a lot of those people in the record labels anyway, because they don't, again, they're too cautious. They don't want to rock the boat too much. They
Right.
want to follow trends. Hey, Wizard, welcome. Wizard Gunlock.
Oh, what's up?
they want to follow trends. They don't want to make new trends, and at the end of the day, the people are seeing through it. The people are seeing through the fakeness and the brand pandering type of shit. You know, it's like it's like a very hello fellow kids type of angle.
Right. Well, it's like too, bro. Like, okay, hip hop is always, especially in hip hop, especially in rap, it's always been a movement making, trend setting, going against the grain, genre, right? And a lot of the legends that we see, bro, they really did. I mean, we can say what we want about the label. I'm not going to sit here and act like the labels didn't do anything because, of course, like marketing wise, that is what the label really has leverage on. They have marketing, exposure, and connections.
Right.
That is like their main leverage still.
Yeah.
But back then, especially, like, they had everything else. But all these legends that we look at, all these icons, I'm not talking about people that just made it. I'm talking about icons. I'm talking about, like, you got your M's and your Andres and your Jay-Z's and your, everybody that we praise today. A lot of them went against the grain on their labels too. I mean, going back to I've seen several stories where like he would just get into it with Interscope because of not wanting to do this song or like this is just too dark or whatever, or like, and then I've heard other artists too talk about how, I guess their word was silenced because it was too provocative or too this or too that. And it's like there's a quote that Jay-Z has as well that I really fuck with and I apply to myself. Great art is divisive. Great art is always divisive. It may not be something you agree with, you may not even like it, but great art is divisive because it forces you to feel something. It's like even if I sit here and I'm just like, bro, I'm low key like disgusted by the take this person is saying. They could be saying some heinous ass shit that is like just bad for humanity. I'm not talking about like Slim Shady shit, just like politically or something.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it's still great art because it made me feel I was forced to have an opinion on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like great art makes you do that. Art that is just okay. I mean, you could listen to. It's kind of like I'd rather have a bad album than a meh album because at the end of the day, people are going to remember the bad album. The meh album they'll listen to, and then tomorrow it's like it ain't going to get talked about.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same strategy, like even with taking risk and what you was talking about earlier with like labels just always want to play it safe. That doesn't make icons though.
Yeah.
It don't. It really don't. Like all of our icons didn't play it safe. Not a single one of them.
It's funny when you mention people saying heinous shit, but still like I don't know. My first thought was like Tom McDonald and like
yeah, you know what? Yeah,
his shit is lame as hell. Like it's not music.
I can't stand him. But at the end of the day, it's like like he's like bottom tier individual. But if I'm being objective, like yeah, you could call it, and I hate to even say it because like people want to take it out of context. You could call it great art or whatever because it makes me feel a certain way. But at the end of the day, I hate even using that as an example just because of who he is and what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But it works. It works because so many people either love it or they hate it. There's very few people are going to listen to him and be like, just whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm one of the people that hate it. I'm the biggest hater. I hate it.
Oh yeah. I would say too. It's I don't know. Like I feel like just saying offensive things could also be meh in its own way because it's like I don't think he's doing anything clever with his writing or anything. It's just
he's just using talking points.
It's just he's using
white nationalist talking points.
He's using he's using white nationalist talking points. It's very lazy work. The only reason why we're even talking about it is because he's using. It is like it's musical rage bait. It's musical. Audience. Yeah, it's musical rage bait. Like I wouldn't say everything. I would say rage bait is cheap. I would say rage bait is cheaper than we give it credit for. Like it's just exploiting people's weaknesses. Like everybody has a weakness that they can't stand. And I feel like a lot of people just exploit that weakness to get a reaction, and then that reaction gets monetized. I don't know.
Right.
I wouldn't necessarily call
100%
that great
agree.
art, more great marketing.
Sure. Yeah. I'll go with that too.
But I understand the concept of what you were
Right,
getting
yeah,
at.
yeah. The theme of it, the concept of it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because like even like I mean, you could even going back to I mean, we said him earlier as an example. You can even chop up. I guess M is like rage bait
Mm-hmm.
to an extent, but there was an art to it because it was
Yeah.
punching up and it was towards it wasn't like you're not punching down on marginalized people to the extent like he
Yeah.
does, and it wasn't with that same intent. It was more of like being a mirror of America's
Uh-huh.
bullshit, you
And
know.
Eminem is actually talented, so there's
And
that.
he's actually talented. That helps, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Like his writing and lyrical chops are actually like well crafted and
Right.
clever.
It's okay. Give me 15 seconds. I'm gonna just if that's
Okay.
okay.
That's all good.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
So that how's everybody in chat doing? How are y'all feeling tonight?
All right. Sorry about that.
All good. I was just talking to chat. So the next question I've got on the Who Are You? Hey, Forced Blue, welcome. Interviewing Cystic right now. He's a indie rapper and producer, would you say?
Yeah, all of the above.
Let's see. The next question I've got on the Who Are You category is, where do you aspire to be in the future?
My main thing is impact. So obviously, of course, like in terms of as an MC, like yeah, I want to be the best rapper and I want to be the best artist and all that. But my main thing is really being a voice. It's kind of like music for me. While that is like my main thing, I mean, based on what we talked about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
is really like a conduit of my purpose. Like my mantra, which is tattooed on me here, like my big thing that anybody that's a supporter of me, and you probably see me tweet it like 100 times, is purpose prevails through all things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like my big, I guess, word that defines why I do what I do is
Mm-hmm.
purpose and what I feel that I'm sitting here to do. And music is just the conduit for that. It's really more for me now as the way for me to vocalize myself and express myself so that
Mm-hmm.
others that hear it can also feel they're doing the same through me. Kind of like the best way I can explain it is whenever I was growing up and I went through the mass amount of hell that I lived through growing up, because I've went through a lot of crazy shit. And I'm sure we'll probably get to that at some point, Darren.
Sure, yeah.
You know, the artists that I listen to because of what I saw myself in listening to them and what I felt listening to them and the emotions they were able to portray and relate to me as an individual, despite us living maybe two completely different lives or living in two different parts of the country, world, or whatever. You know, I was able to express myself and who I was through this person because they were expressing themselves authentically. And my goal is I want to be the number one at that. I want to be the number one person that people can feel they can go to to find themselves, to find the keys of who they are as a person.
Someone they
And
can
I feel
relate to.
like yeah, and even more than just relating, like I feel like one of the most important things that we can do in this life that we live is to find ourselves and to evolve with that and to really
Yeah.
know ourselves, right? I feel like so many people, and there's a lot of philosophical like teachings on this as well that
Uh-huh.
people can dive into. But a lot of people go their entire there's a lot of people, yeah, they go their entire lives, bro, and they I don't really feel like they ever truly found themselves, or they really like
Mhm.
fulfilled what were that they felt that they wanted to do, or
Mhm.
they kind of just like let that spark die that they had, or whatever the fuck, right? That people want to call it. Um, and some people will go years before they become what's called self-actualized, and where they become that state
Right.
of really being fully self-aware and being authentic of who they are completely, and being open-minded, and all these things, and also fulfilling that purpose that they have to be here. And I'm
Mhm.
not saying everybody's got to do something grand like be a music artist, or be,
Sure.
whether it's being a doctor or it's being the best manager at your store and inspiring people that way. Like, it doesn't have to be like this grand fucking scheme of craziness. Like,
Mhm.
at every single level of life, whatever it is that we're here to do and to inspire as, you know, that's what we're here to do to the fullest. And my thing is, humanity experiences itself collectively. And so
Uh-huh.
we're
Yeah.
all here playing a role in that. And I don't
Mhm.
know. I want to be, I guess, enlighten people of what is already in them. That's my main thing. I want to bring people that same clarity that I have found myself through the same methods, and continue that notion. That's my main thing with music. It's just a conduit to try and bring that about. And then it also happens to be my passion, and it's reflective of
Mhm.
that for the listener, if that makes
Uh-huh.
sense.
I totally. That's beautiful, man. There have been a grand total of like two like, I don't want to call them rants. They're more eloquent than that, but you were talking a lot about different things, and it was like really quotable. I can imagine making them into little shorts. I was thinking like in my mind about those, like, you had a lot of inspirational moments. You were just spitting facts. Um and I totally agree with you. And it's tragic when I feel like people's true potential, what they actually want to do with their lives, end up getting squandered in, like, I don't know, like boring, baseless school, like mandatory things like school curriculum, and like hammering down like,
Or
okay,
just like
you're
limiting themselves,
yeah,
because like it's
like,
all up here, it's all here, it all starts here. It's like
yeah,
they just
yeah.
limit themselves.
They limit themselves. The institutions limit their creativity because they, right in the early stages, they like try to force themselves into your own life. Try to dictate for you. Try to dictate what you should be doing based on monetary incentives, or punishments and rewards in school. Pass this test. You know, and I don't know. Like, there's a lot of life. There's a lot of stuff that's in life that is meant to just put you down, and just like refocus your energy that you might have lost. Like, you might not be doing a lot of self-reflection and stuff when you're like
Mhm.
being told like, okay, shut up, you need to make money.
Right.
Like, nothing else matters.
Well,
This
it's
is your
because we're
survival.
conditioned to be cookie cuttered.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we're not. There's not enough embracing individuality and uniqueness. There's just not. Everybody
Yeah.
goes through the same curriculum, the same like. I don't know. It's like, to me, I feel like there needs. This is like getting radical, but I feel like we need like a whole revolution
Oh yeah.
of the mind, if you will,
I'm
for
right
like
there with
how
you.
we treat humanity, of
Yeah.
how we operate as human beings, because it doesn't serve our soul the way that it's set up now.
Uh-huh.
Granted,
It's
it's what we have,
yeah.
but it's just there needs to be a major shift in
Mm-hmm.
consciousness.
Oh, I totally agree. It's the same like conservative mindset, and I don't mean conservative in like the political sense, because that word has been butchered and made to mean nothing. But I mean conservative in the traditional sense of the word, conserving things, and again, kind of doing what big business is doing, which is like playing it safe, and making everything uniform because it worked for us, so it must work for you, and we don't want to try anything new. We don't want to rock the boat. That kind of mindset is what's killing individuality and killing creativity, and is anti-art. And I think it's a factor of capitalism because everybody's been conditioned to play it safe, playing it safe is like a predictable factor in human psychology, and the reason why it's emphasized so much is because there are a lot of high stakes in the game of capitalism, and it's just very sad and very unfortunate because there shouldn't be any ulterior motives when it comes to self-discovery and creativity. There shouldn't be you shouldn't need to worry about making money or making whatever you're doing profitable. You should just be able to pursue your art and your creativity I don't know. That's my take anyway.
And then embrace yourself freely. 100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like musicians these days. We're getting fractions of pennies anyway. So it's like we're being robbed. We're being robbed, man.
Oh yeah.
So my next question is, what 5 songs are you most proud of and reflect you the best?
Oh. Obviously, Devil in Me. One of them, just because just the collaboration alone, and then that wasn't like a collaboration that I just did to do or like that just hit me out of nowhere. Like I was a major fan of West Side Boogie before I ever got a feature with him. So like before he got signed on Shady Records with Eminem, I was a fan of him. So like that was so sick to me. And I've met him too. I met him in person.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
Yeah. So definitely that song, but I would say The Sound of Trauma. A lot of them is going to be on the album, honestly. The Sound of Trauma, the intro song to 23, and then I would go with Alone. I would go with Pissed as Fuck, and then the 5th one's not out yet.
Gotcha.
I'll say that. 5th one's not out yet.
The reason why I ask is because after this category of questions, who are you? I would like to play one song in your list, and then if we have time after the series of music questions, we'll play the 2nd song, marketing questions the 3rd, technical questions the 4th, and artist trivia the 5th. We might not be able to get through all of these before I should ideally wrap up the interview, but I mean, I'll
try to keep it going a little bit quicker. I'm bad about not shutting up when I get on something.
You're fine. You're fine. I've been kind of delaying things too. I've been asking follow-up questions, so that's on me too. But what song do you want to play first?
Let's do 23 real quick.
All right, 23.
And then let's see
the intro or what? Wait, what's like?
Let's do The Sound of Trauma just because of just the artistic development in it.
All right, let's go.
Fully produced this one, by the way.
Ooh, that's cool. Really clever opening so far.
Sit down. After everything we've went through, are we done? No. 'Cause when the curtains saw, I saw, I saw, I saw.
Put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel that. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel that. Put your iPhone lights up if you've ever been a victim of abuse and trauma. Got scars from mama, that's a double entendre. What about from father? What about from family? What about your mammy? Ever seen a dead child look like you in the face? You ever been so depressed you inside all day? And with your father not there, was your mom bipolar? You a make-a-wish kid, half family that groped you? Little skinny ass white kid with cystic fibrosis in a cuckoo family. Shit felt like shameless, Frank Gallagher dangerous. Generational pain passed down through ages, no wage. Had family that sold drugs and locked up. Had people that seek help with no luck. I was dying, my lungs about to close up. By age 19, I was divorced, bruh. This year I'm finna be hitting 23. This the year I'm seeking out for real peace. Give myself the healing that I was never offered. Mama said the therapy would turn me off. Wonder how many events, not how I really felt. 23, but I feel like I'm that times 12. Surprised myself, I summed out this well. Cause at age 15, I tried killing self. 23 of trauma, 23 of pain, 23 of death, 23 of change, 23 of fear, 23 of hate, 23 abuse, 23 I'm here, 23 I'm blessed, 23 I set, 23 my energy, 23 I'm next, 23 I'm free, 23 I'm free, 23 I'm free, 23 I'm free. At 23 I'm starting the journey of breaking free from all the pain, change, and trauma that I spent my whole life becoming bound to. At 23 I'm becoming me, and I have to for my generation to see it can be done, and for generations to come. Now, put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel that. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel this shit. Put a lighter in the sky if you feel that.
I saw.
Wow. That was heavy. That was so cool.
Yeah.
You've got a good voice, by the way, like your singing voice. That's
Thank
really
you.
cool too. Very
Thank you.
versatile. Your vocal chops. That was awesome.
Damn, bro, you say my voice is sexy? That's crazy.
I mean, you're not wrong. So I'm guessing you're
Damn.
23 years. I'm guessing you're 23 years old, based on the name of that album. Now that I kind of
So
hear more
actually,
about the
no,
lyrics.
I'm 22. I'm turning 23 next week, actually.
Oh, okay.
So there is a part of that, yeah, with my age coming up.
Mhm.
But it's also 23 has like a lot, and there's a monologue in the album that kind of goes into it. But 23 has like a lot of multiple meanings, and it's really more of the energy of the number. That's like my own personal number that I have for myself. I'm also 23 life path. And if you look into just the multiple meanings of 23, whether you go from a numerology standpoint or like where it is in pop culture, and there's a lot of different meanings I could go into. I don't want to like waste time going on that, but yeah, there's a lot of different meanings of 23.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Sound of Trauma is a very apt name. There's a lot there to get into. Again, it's very moving. You're really, again, your technical skill at double entendres, and like your lyrical miracle style rap is like more refined, and there's a lot more emotion and clarity in it. But even in the first song I listened, one of your earliest tracks, it was still there in my mind. It was cool. Tell me a little bit more about what the message was supposed to be in this song.
So the intro of the album, like the very, very intro, like the song before it that just says 23 years. So that's actually an instrumental that I produced, or I wouldn't even say an instrumental. It's more of a guess you could say like an ambient build up, and
Yeah.
I would not play that on stream. You'd probably get banned. It's got just a lot of terrible shit, but it's like all
Mhm.
stuff that's supposed to represent things that happened to me growing up, and it's supposed to
Ah.
be kind of a deep dive into that part of my mind that has everything. So if you listen to it, you hear it starting out like. It's been a minute since I've heard it myself, just because I don't particularly replay that intro. But like you'll start out hearing like a parent, talking down to you, and then you start hearing like
Mhm.
ministers and stuff saying just god awful stuff about you, and like you going to hell for this, this, and that. Then you hear
Mhm.
parts about people fighting, and then you're hearing stuff about um just and you just keep building on to all these different things, and you hear like teachers saying this, and then kids
Mhm.
saying this to you, and then you dealing, and then me dealing with cystic fibrosis. So there's parts in there talking about
Yeah.
um, like with me coughing and like
Mhm.
being admitted to the hospital, or like doctors saying I don't have long to live,
Right.
and then there's even snippet in there that and like it just to show you how brutally honest I am. Like I'm an open book
Mhm.
of like you can hear. I guess you could say a voice that's supposed to represent my. I guess you could say essay. Whenever I was young, like really young,
Uh-huh.
and you just keep hearing all this buildup of shit. And by the time you get to the end of that intro, it's just chaotic. It's chaotically evil.
Mhm.
Just it's literally like a little audio piece of hell, and then it just
Right.
stops, and then it goes into that, and that's when you hear the
Yeah.
like the little mom kind of yelling for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
the piano starts, and then yeah.
I thought that was really clever too. I liked the panning and the opening on that. I liked the vocal effect on like I don't remember what the mom says, like, "Oh, you think?" or something like that. That was really cool.
Yeah. And then she calls
Really
him like a little shit or whatever. Yeah.
really captures the like the emotional weight and the trauma in that kind of in that kind of exchange. It's like really
And
showing without telling for sure.
yeah, and
I
that
got the
specific
message.
song too was really more about I mean, that was just my. I'm not. I'm still to this day, and like I want to. But to this day, I haven't had like a real like therapist, like medically, and so that
Uh-huh.
was me having my um therapist session, I guess you could say, with everybody that's listening. That's me like opening everything, putting every like right at the beginning of the album. We're not even sugarcoating it. We're like what this is going to be about, and
Mm-hmm.
putting all the flaws, all the bullshit, everything that I have went through for 23 years, and just being honest about it. I feel like that was one of the most liberating things, and one of the things I've dealt with is I feel like a lot of my family have tried to sugarcoat things, or they try to like paint things differently than it was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be to other people, so that way this doesn't look as bad as it really is or whatever. And while that's one of the things I also felt like I struggle with is like as a kid growing up, when you're a
Mm-hmm.
kid your voice isn't as loud compared to those people because they're like, well, he's a kid. So
Right.
whenever I came on that and I was as honest and just said everything right there, that was liberating because it forced everybody to hear my side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like family members heard that and were like, oh my God, I never knew that. People that were close to me like never knew that. And what I love about music, and one of the things that really got me into, especially with rap, is nobody can cut you off.
Yeah.
Nobody can like stop the story mid song and like try to tell you something else. It's like, no, you're going to hear
Right.
everything I got, and then you can make your own
Mm-hmm.
opinion. I don't care what your opinion, just like you heard my side of it, and this is what I saw, and this was my perspective and my complete honesty. And then at the end there, you hear. I mean, it was really just breaking those chains. It was really just like taking them
Right.
and putting them on display. And I still deal with that shit. I
Mm-hmm.
think one thing I think learned since that album has been released is that healing is not linear.
Yeah.
It's not like I release the album and like boom, I'm trauma free. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it
No.
don't work that way. Like, there's
Right.
still shit that I deal with, and I'm working on compressing and dealing with all that with each step and chapter that I live. But I think that was a major step, major step. Just making that song, that album saved my life to make. Honestly,
Yeah. No, you're very brave for putting all this out on the table. Like, I understand it's partially empowering for you, as was what I'm hearing, but it's also just like being an open book, being so vulnerable, being so honest. It's about a lot of these deeply personal things. It's very, I mean, was there ever a time where you kind of felt like, do I really want to share this with everyone? Like, do I feel comfortable doing that?
you know, you're not the first person to ask me that. I don't know, something's wrong with me. I just don't have that. I
Mm,
like, you know, that little thing that I guess a lot of people have. That's just kind of like, I'm scared to do this, or I'm scared to reveal this, or I'm scared to show this part of myself. I don't have that. Honestly, I really don't. Like,
mm,
I think that's part of like what makes my art so honest. I think, you know, and I think it's a strength to me ultimately with my art.
mm-hmm.
But I really don't. I don't have anything that I've never, whenever something comes up that's just kind of like, oh my God, like this might be embarrassing to reveal or whatever, like in terms of like that context, like no, if anything, it's more relieving to me because my thought on how I guess I view the world is like bigger than just me. It's bigger than just me, myself, and my circle. I'm always
Right.
thinking of always 24/7 thinking about how what I'm doing as a whole affects everybody on the planet. I know that sounds super dramatic, but that's just how
I
like
mean, it's a
I
lot more of
view
an
it.
it's a lot more of an accurate portrayal of real events. It's like whenever people are embarrassed or like, oh, should I share this? And it like, without realizing it, they're closing in on themselves. They feel like they're the center of the world, and they feel like, oh,
Mm,
this is gonna matter so much. But at the end of the day, it's like you're just one person in a sea of people all across the
right,
world. Like, at the end of at the end of the day, nobody's gonna remember anyway.
right. Yeah, and like ultimately to me, like if I ever do think like that or I ever do worry about something, the thing that always drives me, and this is what I mean by like I think about everybody collectively, is
Mm-hmm.
just like the few people that hear that or see it and they're and like that affects them positively, you know,
Right.
that's the alchemy of it, is taking a negative to a positive,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's converting that coal to gold. And my whole life has been that. My whole life has been flipping cards. It's flipping the cards that were handed to me.
Right.
um and so anytime that anybody questions like why do you talk about this? Why do you go about that? Why
Mm-hmm.
is this the subject matter? It's I do music for myself to express myself, but I do it for others for the sheer fact of what we talked about earlier, of being
Mm-hmm.
able to help them in that manner.
Right.
Um that's my
Right.
first goal for first and foremost with that. So
Mm-hmm. Forest Blue says having the album as a record of your mental state while making it is so cool too.
yeah. Yeah, because it's like actually my mind, not just somebody else's depiction of my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just being that forward and that honest and that filterless about everything.
What I love about it too, and this is probably my favorite part about myself artistically, is just that it's just the versatility in it. I love that I can make a song that has high level rapping and then turn around and I have a song and I'm singing like an acoustic
Yeah.
guitar, like melancholic, like almost like unplugged vibe to it. And then the next song is like a hype song where like I'm really just doing nothing but screaming. And it sounds like some
Mm.
shit like you want to fight somebody to. And then the next
Mm-hmm.
song will be like melodic, sing like a Juice World type song. You know, like
Ah.
everything, like Alone is one of those. Like that's one of the like my melodic songs. I love that every song sounds different, but it sounds different at a high level. Like I could make just that style and that would be fine. And they all
Right.
cohesively work too, despite being so different.
Forest Blue says, yeah, it's like a better version of a journal. And I totally agree. Music has kind of been a journal for me as well. I'm not as forward, but I've been pretty vulnerable on my tracks, too. So I definitely can relate. So these next series of questions, these are the marketing questions. I might skip a few because we talked a little bit about marketing and that kind of stuff. My bad. Music questions are next. My bad. Which is about questions about the music itself. So how would you I guess this is kind of what you were already doing. How would you describe the kind of music you create?
Multi-genre rapper, but rapper first and foremost. And I never want to abandon that title. I could really give you a good answer with that, just kind of like pivoting off of it a little bit. And we don't have to dive into this just for the sake of time, but
sure.
I hate rappers that hate being called rappers. I hate rappers that have a problem with the term rapper as if it's like not an art or it's not a high level of creativity that it is. And I hate it. I hate it when guests in hip hop, and I'm being so honest and frank when I say this. I hate it when guests in hip hop blow up as a rapper, and then once they blow up and it's no longer like convenient for them or no longer, I guess, needed to hold that image or aesthetic that they so boldly proclaim was authentic to them. And then they're like, oh, I'm a country artist now, and I've always felt like a country artist, and here's my forget all my tattoos and cornrows that I had coming up. Now I got a cowboy hat and overalls and cowboy boots, and this is me.
Yeah.
I like, and that's coming from me being so versatile. But to me, it's just like the whole identity switch that I have a problem with.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I will always say like rapper first and foremost, but definitely like I genre play and I make everything that I do with a creative mindset, regardless of what it lays in. Versatile, honest, creative. That's really what I lean into. But
yeah,
never for 1 second do I want anybody to think that that's
you're doing
not
this for
my
like a
first love
grift
or
or
my first
anything.
heart.
Yeah.
And like, at the end of the day, like with that mindset, if you really look into like the origins of hip hop, that really is hip hop too, to an extent. Like I'll give you an example. Look at Mac Miller. Okay. Mac Miller was very versatile. Mac Miller would make jazz, he would make R&B, he would make some pop. But at the end of the day, everybody knows Mac Miller loved hip hop. Everybody knows that Mac Miller was rap, he was hip hop, and despite whatever anybody can feel about him before or after his death, like that motherfucker, he loved rap, he loved hip hop, and he was not somebody that was like using that shit as a stepping stone to go be what he really wanted to be, and I see myself in the same in that context of him. I see myself a lot in that way. It's like no matter what I do, like that's who I am, and I'm never going to like, oh shit, I got 1 million monthly listeners. Time to identity swap. Like a fucking Pokemon evolving. Like
yeah.
I don't know. Something about that just doesn't sit right with me.
That's just fake. That's some fake shit. Yeah. That's like that's another example of like trend following instead of trend setting, or just like, I don't know. It just feels inauthentic,
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And next question on the music questions category is, what do you like about the genre or genres of music you create?
Shit. I can make that a long answer, but I'm gonna try not to.
Okay.
I'll just simply put, hip hop is the most creative genre of all time. And I'll make that the end of that answer.
I get that. I get that for sure. And then what message? We talked about that. I already know what message you're trying to convey with your music.
Yeah, we talked about that one.
Speaking, I guess this one continues with the genre questions. What new genres have you considered trying out, if any?
Um, there's not really too much that I'm like looking to. It's like I don't really do genres as much to like try out. It's really just more of like my mood and like
Mm.
the type of song and like where I'm creatively feeling in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like if I do a song where like I'm singing over an acoustic guitar, like a piano ballet type thing,
Right.
that's just because that's just where creatively I felt led and inspired to do. It's kind of just more of a where I feel led.
Right. Right.
I mean, probably the one genre I haven't really like dove much into would be country, but that's just because it's just not authentic to me. Like
Yeah.
not country as a whole. There is country artists, even though it's not
Mm-hmm.
like one of my genres I really like listen to like that. But there
Mm-hmm.
are like deep cut country artists that are good and have a lot of soul into what they're
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
Um, it's not some of the gentrified junk that people listen to on the radio, but
Mm-hmm.
but it's there. Like, and I'll
Yeah.
say that for every genre. But it's just not something I've really like dove into or like really felt inspired to go to. Just because I'll be honest, I never lived like a country lifestyle, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
I just can't feel that. Like I don't talk like that. I don't know nothing about being on a farm. I don't know nothing about tractors and Bud
Yeah.
Light and trucks
Yeah.
and like and it's not that that's all there is because people say that about hip hop too. Like, oh, it's just about fighting drugs and partying. Like, no, that's not true either. There's a lot of real
Yeah.
shit in it. And there is in country. There's a lot of real shit in some country songs too.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
it's just that that style is just not something that I felt authentic to me yet,
Yeah.
or I don't know if I ever will. But
It comes with a deep
um,
history and, well, like you said, culture. You know, a lot of
yeah, yeah,
genres have that
definitely,
for sure. Yeah.
definitely. Maybe I would say, if anything, maybe just diving more as far as refining more of my not that I'm going to like mainly transition to this or nothing, but just like refining my rock bag and my I would even say some of my R&B bag a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one that I'd like to do a little bit more. I'd like to because I've always been a big jazz fan.
Okay.
I'd like to incorporate more jazz into my production on some other work.
Mm.
Um, just because of the love that I have for that as well, and even its history and shit. It's that's another genre that's like really really beautiful to me, especially if you know the stories and the stuff that came about with making it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really just whatever is authentic to me at that moment. I don't ever think like, what kind of genre am I going to do today? Like, it's just
Right.
kind of just
Right.
what I feel,
Yeah. Yeah. I get that for sure. Well, that's cool. Um, this is another general question. What do you get out of making music?
Shit. Um, being myself.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
That's what I would say.
having an outlet for sure.
Mhm.
Um, all right.
Practicing my authenticity, I guess you could say. If that even that sounds kind of like contradictory, but yeah,
No,
like
I get
because
it because like
yeah, I would even say like
everybody
growing
has
up.
walls they build up.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right on the track. Like I feel like a lot of people don't know how to be authentic, really, because they've built all these. I think the perfect word to use was walls. People build a lot
Mm-hmm.
of walls that they think that they can't touch or go through because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I've never done that before. Even though like I do feel that, but I've never said that before. I've never felt that way or tried this or
Yeah.
expressed myself that way. It's like it's kind of like being in the club and like you really want to dance, but you're scared about how you're going to look. Well, why are you scared? You
Yeah.
know,
That's so
why are
real.
you why? But it's like, and then there's some people that like they don't want to dance. That's fine. That's being authentic to them. And then there's people that do, but they're kind of like nervous. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the part of me what we were saying earlier. Like I don't get that. Like I get nerves, but it's like my brain. Anytime I get nervous about something, it goes into fuck it mode. I don't
Ah.
understand, bro. It's like I immediately like anytime I fear something, like I feel hardwired to do the opposite of what I
That's
fear. And so I just do like it like pushes me to do it more. I don't know.
that's empowering, honestly. I kind of envy that. I don't have that. But yeah, that's cool. What second song do you want to listen to? Do we want to play?
Let's do Alone. Let's do Alone. Switch it up.
Okay, this is featuring 3-3 Dante.
Yeah. That's my guy, bro. His voice is awesome. He's very talented too. If you haven't checked him out, he's incredible.
I think I've heard of him, or like that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's incredible. I got a couple songs on him.
I might have heard him on.
He should be big. He's one of those artists that, like, in my opinion, he should be big already.
I think, in fact, I might have heard him on Mishka's playlist. I don't remember. That sounds.
This is why I've always been alone. Tell that bitch I'm rolling on my own. I'm so sick and tired of these hoes, but I'm thinking that you already know. This is why I've always been alone, cause I can't take your bullshit anymore. Packing all my things and hit the road. Think that I'll do better on my own. Fuck a deal, I'm taking all advances. Make a bitch dependent like I wrote off taxes. You say you love the truth and then you lie to save you. This is why I feel you loving me. No tengo tiempo para tanto ruidos. Estás con ese encanto. Comprarme por el Madrid.
Hey, yes, that's me too.
That's cool. I was wondering. So you're the singing vocals here.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is why I've always been alone. Tell that bitch I'm rolling on my own. I'm so sick and tired of these hoes, but I'm thinking that you already know. This is why I've always been alone, cause I can't take your bullshit anymore. Packing all my things and hit the road. Think that I'll do better on my own. Yeah, I get lit, do that on my own.
It's Dante,
I
man.
really hate it when they say I'm doing
Gotcha.
wrong. They said I wouldn't make it prove them wrong. On the road to riches, I felt so alone. I just popped some shit, I'm in the sky. I ain't text you back, you thought I died. Look me in my face and then you lie.
This vocal he is here. Oh my god, I wish I could do this. He does way better.
Yeah. Got a rich timbre there.
This is why I've always been alone. Tell that bitch I'm rolling on my own. I'm so sick and tired of these hoes, but I'm thinking that you already know. This is why I've always been alone, cause I can't take your bullshit anymore. Packing all my things and hit the road. Think that I'll do better on my own.
That was Alone by Cystic and featuring 3-3 Dante. Yeah. That was really cool. Definitely a totally different vibe from the other three I've heard of yours.
Yeah.
Or I guess other two. No, I've heard. No, I don't remember. 3, I think. Regardless, tell me a little bit more about this one. Just tell me a little bit more about how. Also, I just realized that's a picture of like a spider web in the dark with against the moonlight, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's really cool. I was like, I wasn't sure what I was looking at. I was like, is that a crack?
Yeah, that's a
Are
real
those-
picture that we took too.
Wow.
My my I you also I guess you could also call him my manager in a way, but
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay Revolt, he took that picture up there in Rhode Island where he stays. And
Wow.
he sent it to me, and he was like, "Yo, you should use this for a cover." And then I started playing with the contrast and stuff a little bit, and yeah, that's what we got with it. Yeah, I love that picture. It's so sick, and I feel like it just packs. Like I'm big on aesthetic, very big on aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if the cover don't match, like for me, the cover has to visually look like what the song sounds like, and
Yeah.
that cover does that to me. It just does. It scratches the right part of my brain.
I totally get that.
And then as far as the song itself, one of the things that was probably, and this goes back to what we said way in the beginning of the stream about like how things you say or do emotionally can affect some of the toughest people. Like I'm one of those people that deal with physical pain very well. I've gotten fights a
Mm-hmm.
lot growing up. I've been stick so many times with needles and shit because of cystic
Mm-hmm.
fibrosis and IVs and PICC lines and stuff
Right.
like that. I deal with pain very well. Emotional pain was like my hell growing up. Hold on, that'll be a
Mm-hmm.
notification. I need to take off here. Okay. Emotional pain was like one of the roughest things for me, and all the times that like I even like had an attempt context. I mean, I think you get the point.
I understand. Yeah, I get it.
Over emotional turmoil over anything I've went through like physically, and
Mm.
a lot of some of the worst ones have been from breakups. They've been from like women ripping my heart out. And I don't say that to
Mm-hmm.
generalize. I mean that just like the people that I dealt with. I mean like the, I was I've always been like when I loyalty to me is like the biggest thing, and being able to pour yourself into somebody and the way that I love somebody is so deep and so strong, and I feel so much. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like when when I went through some of those breakups that I've encountered, I could go on a whole nother thing about that too. It
Uh-huh.
even to this day, now that I'm over them, now that I've, I guess you could say, healed from a good bit of all of that I've went through, I can still always tap into that spot. I can
Mm-hmm.
always can like I have a relationship now that like has been like the relationship I've been wanting forever. Like my girl is awesome, A1. Nobody will ever replace her. That is my baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can still always, for the sake of artistic development, and then just also just going back to reaching out to those people that are in those spots.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can always go to that spot in my mind just because it's too familiar. It's like it's so easy for me to write a song about a breakup or like relationship issues or
Right.
um, just feeling that emotion because that's probably one of the emotions I felt harder than any other emotion. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's left an imprint on my mind I can never erase.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds hard for sure. Yeah. I I can relate to that. I mean, it's always difficult to end a relationship. It's even more difficult if it ends
Like,
well,
bro,
shall we
I'm
say
divorced.
less amicably. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
divorced. Like
Wait,
it's
wait, wait.
crazy.
Like you got married and divorced?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
Damn. At
I was
22
divorced at
years old,
19,
that's
bro. I was divorced
crazy.
at 19.
I'm more surprised you got married at 19 or younger even?
Yeah,
Question
it was
mark?
18. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a whole other like crazy like I swear there's so many like crazy like events in my life that like I feel like just individually they sound wild. Like you ever seen the show Shameless? You ever heard of it? Like the
No.
um I like to tell people a lot like I have a lot of Shameless episodes because they're just like a bunch of crazy
Mm.
like what the fuck family moments. It's basically a show that's
Right.
just like it's just nothing but just like crazy what the fuck, oh my god, can't believe that happened moments with this family that lives
Gotcha.
together, like low income and whatever, and it's like
Uh-huh.
crazy stuff's always happening. So it's like
Like a sitcom type of
the,
deal?
it's not really a sitcom, but it is a comedy. It's kind of like a real dark comedy. Like for example, like
Mm.
the dad's an alcoholic and the sister is raising like 5 kids or whatever, and
Mm.
there's like a whole bunch of just family dynamic craziness that's always happening. He like the one of his sons girlfriends, like he did, right, and like there
Mm.
was like a whole thing about that, or like the sister had to like cut, or one of them, they had to cut another one of the sister's toes off because they couldn't afford to go to the ER for surgery or something. Like, and you're just like,
Wow.
oh my god, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's a
Holy
bunch of
shit.
stuff like that. But the way they set it up, it sounds terrible. But the way they set it up, it's like, is it make it funny somehow because it's just like a
I,
bunch of jaw dropping
yeah,
moments.
I can see that. Like the absurdity of it all. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's the
Yeah.
absurdity that makes it so like, and like my life has a lot of those. It's like I can
Mm-hmm.
laugh about them now because they're past, but it's like, oh my god, like on paper, it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, I've got a lot of people in my life whose lives are like, what the fuck? That happened to you? I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't even know something like fate could get that creative. Like with all the people in the
Right,
world,
yeah,
all the
yeah.
people in the universe, all the people in the world, and I mean, I guess that makes sense statistically. That must have happened at some point. But holy shit,
Hmm.
nah, I totally get that. Um, so the next question, I think, yeah. So the next series of questions. Now these are the marketing questions, and I think I'm going to skip through a lot of these because we talked about them more or less. But I will I will talk about this one because it's provides an excellent opportunity for self promotion. Where can people listen to your music?
Everywhere. Every streaming service, SoundCloud, and then on my website too.
Mm-hmm.
You can purchase my music and own it. It's digitally own it. I also
Hell
sell
yeah.
physicals as well. I got CDs for 23 right now. Just got some new ones.
Mm.
I sell my merch on there. So yeah, for anywhere that you can find music, I'm probably on there.
Cool, cool. Looking at your website right now, and where would your merch
And
be in
it's
store?
designed by me. I set up everything. So yeah,
Mm.
it's I have full control over it.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Where do you sell your CDs?
I'm doing that on through the merch, but I don't think it ended up updating. I don't know if it did or not, but it was supposed
Okay,
to be through the merch tab here.
gotcha. It might not have updated.
But
I don't know.
ultimately, people just been. I haven't really, I guess, been too pressured about it, just because people have just been DMing me to get in, then I just
Yeah,
ship it
yeah.
to them.
Gotcha, gotcha. So it's all local. You just doing it yourself, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then my Revolt, he's got half the CDs right now, so he's kind of, I guess, conquering the Northeast, and then I'm over here in the
Mm,
South, and I'm doing my end, and um,
nice.
on two different parts of the country, but we've just been like connected, and he, I mean, I really do appreciate him. He's been um, part of just every creation process and every part of this probably since 2022. And I met him through those ciphers. Actually, he that was the
Mm,
first time that he heard of me, was one of the ciphers I wrote, and he was just like, "Bro, that shit was so crazy. Like I had to DM you." And first he
yeah.
offered to like sign me to the indie label, kind of sorta, and then it ended
Mm-hmm.
up I was kind of like, "No, I'm not really like looking for that right now." But then he just kind of stayed connected, and then it just ended up
Mm-hmm.
being, it's like, look, I don't care. Like let's have a partnership then, and that's what it's kind of been ever
Mm.
since. And
Okay. Cool.
yeah, he did the CDs. He did the whole
Mm.
distribution for 'em. So
Wow. All right. That's
yeah,
sick as hell, dude. That's awesome. It's good to have awesome connections like that. That's really
Yeah,
something.
that's really like our TDE, you know, until
Yeah.
Interscope umbrellas it. Like that's we're
Yeah.
the Northeast TDE on that aspect. It's
Yeah.
its own
Yeah.
little indie label, and we're building it step by step, and
Mm-hmm.
we've really come a long way. Not just because of me, but we got other artists on there that are awesome, and we also we've gotten to where now we're starting to do a lot of production in house. I mean, we just got to set up now where we're able to make CDs ourselves instead of ordering them from a third party. So
Mm-hmm.
and so artists now we're trying to get it set up to enable artists in our community without having to go to these expensive third parties that are just really ripping them off anyway.
Right.
Um, and enabling them to print CDs through us or to make their own merch through us or even marketing because like I've really gotten a good handle on marketing. It just really
Mm-hmm.
just comes down to the budget now.
Right.
And even that on that aspect, like I'm doing that for artists as well if they want it. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Um. So, uh, we've already talked about how you perform live. That's another question. Um, I know you
Our
perform
shows
live
get
in the
crazy.
Texas area. Like, how far and wide do you perform? Is it still like more in like localized areas, or like where do you perform?
Anywhere I can perform, really.
Mm.
I just try to make the trip if I can. Texas is, I mean, bro, Houston's 6 hours away from me, but I drove it
Mm.
every time. I've done like 4 or 5 shows out there. I drove out to that bitch every single time. And I have, bro, I have vlogs on my YouTube of it. Like we
Mm.
just would pack like 5, 6 people in a car in a van. I mean, I remember one time we had somebody in the trunk. People would take turns in the trunk riding there,
Oh.
and we would come up there and we pop out like like we like fucking sardines out the car, and once we get up in there, and it just looked like a big ass group, bro. And and bro, once we get in there, like I swear to God, the energy changes. Like whenever we get up on stage,
Mhm.
that's one of the other things I think that I've really made a name for myself right now is my shows go fucking nuts. Like
Mm.
we don't just I don't know. Like I hate it when artists get up and they just kind of do the little song and then they get the fuck off and like they don't engage with
Mhm.
the audience at all. It's like, bro, nobody's gonna remember that shit. I'm sorry, like, but they're
Right.
not.
Right.
Um, I get up there, I connect with them, I share my story, I do like little acapellas and freestyles. But the other thing too is just like my energy is so strong when I perform.
Mhm.
That's like the number one thing. I don't think people feel like they have a choice, honestly, but to interact because I'm so in the face of the audience. Like I'm jumping in the crowd, I'm
Ooh.
putting my hands like around people to like like to sway back and forth with them and shit. Like of course, like
Nice.
with understanding, like I'm not just gonna go up to some random person that's obviously like not feeling it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
people that are
Yeah.
obviously already in the moment.
Right.
Um, like
I've been in like free concerts like that, festivals and whatnot. So I get the vibe. I
Yeah,
get the vibe.
yeah, and like people, and like my big thing is like whatever stupid shit I can do to make this crowd remember who I am. Cause like you could sit in here and you could have like your songs or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
if I come in here and we get a mosh pit going and like somebody
Ooh.
like gets socked in the face with my shoe or something.
Mm.
Well, at the end of the night, they're gonna remember that. They're gonna be like, "You remember that guy that like his shoe hit me in the face? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, yeah, I know who
Yeah.
that. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do to make people like, and I would try to find whatever I can to make a moment that set apart from every other act.
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and then I've just refined on that. So, it's equally entertainment as well as it is artistic expression on that stage because I'm not just giving you a song, I'm also giving you an experience.
Right. 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 Uh. That's cool. That's cool. So, see if any of other of these questions are applicable. No, not really. We
I
already talked about a lot of this stuff. I guess I could ask about
guess
your
it
name.
pays
I
for me
guess
to
I
be a
could
little
ask.
bit of a yapper.
I guess I could ask about your name, but that seems kind of unnecessary because I kind of things seems pretty obvious. But
we can go on that a little bit because it's a lot of people don't even know like
yeah,
what that even is. So
right.
I get my name and like there's a whole philosophy with it too, and I'll keep it brief. But my name is cystic because I was born with cystic fibrosis. That's like the main thing, and I guess it
Mm-hmm.
is something I still struggle with. Um, if people don't know what cystic fibrosis is, essentially, it is a terminal illness. It is as serious as it sounds. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's a condition that affects every organ in my body. It was probably like the story of my life growing up all the way to 16, 17 years old, constantly being out of the hospital, constantly
Mm-hmm.
getting new, like, I was taking like grams of drugs for like that were like prescribed because of how like resistant it is and stuff when I was like
Right.
12. Like, um, every year going in the hospital, um, wasn't supposed to live past this and date over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot of shit that goes into it, but essentially it affects my breathing first and foremost. My breathing, my
Right.
stomach. I actually have a cousin that had it. She died from it at 21. So yeah, it's a heavy disease. I was a Make a Wish kid in
Mm-hmm.
fifth grade because of it.
Mm.
I'm very familiar with facing my mortality. I've seen death in the face quite a few times, and I don't say that just to sound like a hard ass. I mean, like
No,
I
yeah.
that's been my
Yeah.
life. Like I've constantly dealt with the idea of death. Like it's not an uncomfortable topic for me,
Right.
and um, I'm doing what I do now, and a lot of people that know what CF is, they're like, I don't know how you up on stage, how do you do rap? Like, bro, my first bit of music, whenever I was making it, like I had to punch in every single line because I'd be out of breath. Every line I
Mm.
have to punch in because I'd like have to redo takes because I'd get choked up and start coughing and shit. Like there was when I was growing up, there was months and years where like every night I'd wake up on the dot having to throw up or like just crazy
Mm.
shit, like stuff you wouldn't even expect. Stuff that people just I
Right.
think take for granted a lot.
Yeah.
Um, I'm doing good now because when I was 18 and I had like 17, sorry. I had like 3 months to live, and then this new
Mm.
miracle drug basically came out,
Mm.
and it was like the first of its kind that I got on it, and it completely just 180'd me. And I've
Wow.
been ever since that. It's been like a breakthrough for CF people everywhere. It's not just me. It's
Mm.
been like
Mm-hmm.
our closest thing to a cure. And technically, there is no cure because it's a genetic disease. It's
Mm-hmm.
hereditary, and it's to do with two parents having specific genes, and then the
Right.
child they make has those two genes, and then therefore you get the disease.
Uh-huh.
So there's people on both sides of my family that's had it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's been the change. And then what's crazy, and just to kind of like bring some clarity to the story, I got that drug that completely 180'd me the same month that I recorded my first song.
Wow.
So I don't know, and my Make a Wish that I had was the laptop that I started making music on. If that's not a confirmation of
Holy
what I'm here to
shit.
do, I don't know what is. Yeah,
Holy shit. Wow.
yeah,
So you started making music when you got that miracle drug.
yeah. That's when I started recording. Yeah, it
Oh.
was before I got the drug too. It was
Mm.
before I got it, so I was making the music, and that's when I was punching in and shit all the time. But I was so
Mm-hmm.
determined to like start doing something that I was
Mm-hmm.
like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And keep in mind, like I'm deathly ill. Like I have 3 months to live. Okay, I'm like pale, frail, all of the above. Right, coughing and
Mm-hmm.
shit. I had oxygen tubes in me. Okay,
Mm.
like, and then whenever I decided like this is what the fuck I'm going to do, and I don't care if I die doing it, I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was that was on my birthday I decided that. It was
Right.
December 7th. And then on Christmas is whenever I got the drug. They approved me for the drug. We had to do like this big old like letter to the governor and shit to get it. But yeah.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's like, I think I get it. I think I have a better understanding as to why your motto and mindset is just like, fuck it, just do it. Do it now.
Yeah,
Any embarrassment is
probably. Yeah,
like,
I can understand that too. It's because of how much I've been robbed to
yeah,
not experience. So now it's
yeah,
like I feel like I'm constantly making. It's like it created this unfathomable hunger to just do because of
yeah.
how much I wasn't able to do. It's like, and it's not that, don't get me wrong, I had all the other crazy shit happen to me too. Like, I don't know what the hell was into me wanting to fight everybody despite having like a terminal illness. I mean, it's not that like, I don't know, bro. Like I still acted like a crazy kid beside from that. But even then, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
there's just so much that came with it on top of it. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't even have words to describe how else I made it through that shit other than that's what was meant for me. And I don't regret any of that shit happening. I'm not that type of person that just sits here and
Right.
is just like, oh my God, why me? Because why not me? You know, I'm here because of all of that. That made me the person I am. If I didn't have the shit that I went through and that I lived through, I would be a lesser version of the individual that stands here today. That had to happen. That type of shit is what makes greatness. So
Right.
I don't regret any of it, you know. But yeah, everything was very divinely and like interpolated with everything that I'm doing. That's how like there's no doubt in my mind that's what I'm here to do. Like you couldn't give me a drug to make me think otherwise. There's no way.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's powerful stuff. That's really cool. I don't have much to say after that. I mean, it's powerful, and I think it's really speaks to your it really speaks to your drive and your desire to just like do as much as you can do with the time you have, for sure. And I'm guessing this drug also significantly upped your life expectancy too, right? So
Oh yeah, I don't have a death date anymore. That's like crazy for me.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that like as long as I take care of myself, they honestly have no idea how long it could go. A lot of people get lung transplants at my age to buy themselves time. Like
Mm.
yeah, it's such a new thing that like they don't even have enough info to know like what could come from it. It's just kind of
Wow.
like yeah.
It's like
So
you're the
there's
frontier,
no
like you're
date
on
or
the
nothing. As far as
unknown
they're concerned, I
frontier.
could live a full life. You know.
Wow. That's exciting. That's really exciting. So let's see. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for marketing questions. Let's play song 3.
Okay. Let's do Betrayed on that album. Just switch it up again.
Betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the which album? 23?
23. Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Oh, this is a Kayo
Kayoko's Garden.
Kayoko's
Yeah,
Garden.
she's on the hook. She's awesome. Yeah, she's on the hook, and then I'm doing the verses.
Gotcha. Cool. Let's get into this.
Caught again between my heart and those with bad intent. Guess I just expected more from someone I call friend.
And while you're doing that too, I'm gonna get a charger real quick for this.
All right. Cool.
My camera.
Broken. Oh, and does it ever end? Just for you to leave me this way, I cannot endure this pain. One day done only hurts me like it does because of how much I loved you, how much I cried. Now I hope you die. Just for you to be this way, I cannot endure this if I walk the right way again, I will never
Just this real quick here. Just that
Wow.
real quick.
Wow, that was
Sorry, my bad.
it's all good. That was
Was not expecting
betrayed.
that technical difficulty, but I think I got it good now.
All
Okay.
right. That was really powerful. I really like I like that hook where it was like the guitar came in. Who played that? Did you play it? Was it a sample or?
It was it was actually produced by a different producer, actually.
Oh,
His name was Rick Hardy. So
okay.
however he did it, yeah. But yeah, that's how they made it.
Gotcha. Cool. Oh, it was really well done. I really liked your guys' vocals on this. There's a lot more like I don't know what you would call it. Like I hesitate to use the word emo, but it kind of had that vibe.
Yeah.
Like not exactly like
Kind of like shoegaze.
yeah.
Very shoegaze like.
Yeah. Like alt rock emo type shit.
Oh
It's
yeah.
cool. It was cool. I
And I
enjoyed
got
it.
other songs where like it's just straight up metal too. Yeah, I try to play with all of it.
That's fun. So tell me briefly about this one. Like,
This was pretty self-explanatory.
right.
I think it's for me personally and how it relates to my, I guess, theme with the album and what I've grown up with. Like I said earlier, loyalty is a very, very big part of my, I guess, moral compass to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loyal to a fault, and I kind of expect others to do so in the same light. And I
Yeah.
guess where I've matured is realizing not everybody is going to be that way, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Um, Not everybody has to be like a diehard. Some people can just like support you, but not like be, I guess like, um, not everybody has to be your number one fan, right?
Right.
But growing up, that's what I felt. It was kind of like very black and white for me. It's kind of like you either like love me with all your heart, or it was fuck you. Like it was like no in between.
Right.
Now that I've grown up a little bit more, I'm matured about it, and I've learned myself more. It doesn't bother me as bad. My big thing is just don't straight up betray me. Just don't straight up like
Right.
misuse my kindness for weakness because I can get dangerous. But like
Right.
I don't appreciate people as a whole that just don't value loyalty to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
And betrayal is probably one of the most damaging things that I think I dealt with if,
Mm-hmm.
emotionally. So that's
Yeah.
probably where that's where it would tie in with the whole concept of the album. I've been
Mm-hmm.
betrayed by people that I thought would never fucking betray me, that would never do me wrong, and ultimately those are always the ones that are going to hit the most because that's who you're closest to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, But
That makes sense. Yeah. I definitely hear the pain and like the rawness of like the vocals too. It's really really cool. No matter what you do, whether it's singing or rapping, it's always that emotional element is always there, always
oh yeah,
communicated.
definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
And now, the technical questions are next. So this is gonna be more like techniques and what you use and skills and shit. First question being, do you know music theory?
Oh yeah, I learned it through piano. Now, granted, I'm not as far as some of the terms and stuff. I will admit I'm a bit shakier on when you get past
Mm-hmm.
like the bare bones. Because
Right,
I
right.
really create more with what I feel now. But yes, I
Yeah.
do know music theory. I know my chords. I know my notes from the piano. I know what arpeggio is, and all that
Right,
shit.
right, right, right.
I know how to count time. I know I don't typically have to use a metronome, but like to kind of start whenever I'm producing to kind of start a beat. Sometimes I do, and I time it with what I am feeling the beat with what I'm doing in my head, and um, I know my crescendos, all that shit. Yeah, I grew up with that whenever I was learning piano, and it still sticks with me to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
certain notes and chords too, in my opinion, emit certain emotions based off their frequency. Like honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I'll an F chord to me is going to sound more eerie than a C chord. So like if I'm making
Mm-hmm.
there's or like the song at the very end of the album Suicide Note 2018, that's like a very eerie song. It's like depicting my attempt. And
Ah.
um I produced the whole track, and that was like a very conscious decision. I wanted to produce that one. And
Mm-hmm.
the all of the chords on the piano are tri notes because it's considered like the devil's note or whatever,
Ah.
and it gives you
Uh-huh.
that jazzy kind of eerie feel while you're
Mm-hmm.
hearing it, because while depicting the theme of what it is, because it's supposed to essentially be like the devil in the background of what's happening, of this
Right.
event taking place. So
Right.
yeah, I definitely play with that whenever I'm producing a lot.
That's
Definitely.
cool. That's cool. I like that. Um, what do you use to make music? Whether it be instruments, hardware, software, etc.
Ableton and a MIDI keyboard. Honestly, I have other shit, but I don't ever use it. It's all I ever need. It's
Mm.
just my MIDI keyboard. It's got my pads. It's like it's a big keyboard. It's like 64 keys.
Oh wow.
Um,
Wow.
it's got some drum pads on it, and it's got a little mixer on it as well. It's got a
Okay,
mod
cool.
wheel, and that's all. Honestly, that's all I ever need. I don't ever need anything else. Like, sometimes I use
Mm-hmm.
my like if I really want like a natural guitar sound, I use my acoustic guitar and put the mic up to it or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, I just use my keyboard or I sample usually.
That's cool. That's cool. Sometimes simpler is better.
Yeah,
I have a MIDI keyboard of my own, 37 key. But I find myself I'm kind of nerdy, so I also have a modular synthesizer just for fun. I've been
yeah,
exploring more technical crap with instrumentation and mixing and
right.
sound design. So it's like, but like sometimes simple is better if it's just like, the vibe you like, if you just value simplicity and like, I don't know, like what's the word? I'm not trying to what's the word? Like just I guess simplicity is the right word, but it's like I can like a simple pencil to a canvas type of thing. Like, oh,
I
this
got
is my
you.
everything
Yeah,
tool.
I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying.
I and like I definitely see the appeal in that too. For the longest time, it's just been me and my DAW and my mouse. So like
Hmm.
literally it just dragging and dropping shit.
Definitely,
Um,
definitely, and I love like playing with samples. That's one of the things that's just one of the funnest things for
Mm-hmm.
producing with me. Is I like flipping them, reversing them, pitching them different, like cutting them up and chopping them up. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably one of the funnest things for producing for me.
That's cool.
I like
That's
I like
cool.
I like producing Kanye style. That's where I get that inspiration from. Is the
Mm.
production.
Right, right, right. Uh, let's see. We've got another sample enthusiast in the chat. I don't know if he's still here, but Insomniac is a really big fan of
Oh
that.
yeah, I know Insomniac. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So let's see. Any more technical questions? I know. I know you use a distributor. Which distributor do you use though?
Right now, DistroKid.
Mm.
Just because that's just what I started with, and I've heard horror stories of DistroKid. I've honestly heard horror stories of all the other ones too.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like I don't know. I haven't had the my song got taken off problem. So unless they give me a reason to jump ship, I haven't yet just because
I'm the
I
same
thought to
way.
myself, like, what if I jump ship and then I do have that problem? It's kind of like, well, then I should have just left with what I had. I have tried to swap distributors before, but honestly, it it kind of became a little bit of a
Just a
there was
hassle.
writings on the wall before I fully committed to it, and then I was like, no, I'm not doing that. um,
Right.
I do have other releases on another distributor just because I had issues with the metadata, and actually that's 23.
Mm.
23 was released through CD Baby, and that
Oh.
was because of issues that I had. Um, with mapping some of the features as well as getting some clearance issues since I do have like a pretty big artist on there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other big reason for it too is because it was like $15 just to put it on there and it stays on there, like no matter what.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And since that was such a staple album and that was like a real chapter era of my career, I wanted to make sure that we was going to keep that one up there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. That's smart. That makes sense. um. So let's see. Do you have a publishing administrator?
um we talking about for
Like an ASCAP or
like a
BMI or
pro, or do we mean okay, yeah, I do. I actually use All Track, believe it or
Hmm,
not. It's kind of not as well known, but I've had a lot of success with them. They've collected all my stuff just fine.
that's
And then
cool. Because
I
I know
also use
go out. I know you go out and live perform a lot. So it's like that's definitely performance royalties are pretty important for you. I think.
definitely, yeah, and then I use Song Trust for my publishing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Cool.
then Sound Exchange for those royalties as well. So yeah, I try to stay on top of. The thing is like, especially with like Sound Exchange, is like it takes a few months for everything to like get on there. So like once or twice a year, what I'll do is I'll get on there, and because I release so much, I'll just add it all in bulk, and then it starts
Yeah.
tracking it.
Yeah. I'm off. I'm
It's actually about
I
that time for me to do it again.
Me too. Me too. I've got a whole ass 20 track album that I haven't registered on there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
but
such a
yeah,
headache.
it is a headache. I wish they would incorporate it in the distributor.
That's one thing I wish I did have like a little bit of a label team for whatever, because they could just do that and I could just be like, okay, I don't have to worry about that. But
Yeah, I wish it could be incorporated into the distributor. Personally,
oh yeah, that would be a lifesaver. That would be a
I think
lifesaver.
I think some
Some
distributors do
do.
that.
CD Baby did it for me for so I don't have to worry about 23 for that. But yeah, with DistroKid, yeah, I got to do all that manually.
Mm, yeah. Let's see. Um, so what's something that you feel needs improvement?
Mm, musically or just in general?
Musically or in general, if you want.
Musically, I don't know. I'm pretty stickler about mixes, and probably a lot of people probably would tell me like there's nothing wrong with your mix, but I'm just always looking to try and like get a more and more refined sound.
Yeah,
Like
and
you heard this out of a Grammy award winning studio.
and that's a little a little mixing perfectionism never hurt nobody. I mean,
And then I would
as long as
say,
you don't let it like control your life, like you can't release it. Like,
right, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And, that's another thing I've never had too. Like, I hear a lot of people talk about like the perfectionism and not releasing something because of it. Like,
mm-hmm.
I've never had that. Like honestly, even like, and I probably would have saved myself a lot of embarrassment in my early years if I did do that. Probably would have saved a lot of hateful shit people said to me. But
Yeah,
at the same time, like yeah, every single song that I make, I intend to release, and if I don't release it, it's just because like I listened to it later and I didn't like it or it wasn't up to par or something happened. Something
yeah,
happened for it to
right.
not get released. But yeah, like literally everything I do, like I make with the intent to release. And so I would say also like if there's one thing I could improve on, that's just in general, like it's just getting better at marketing. I've gotten like a lot better than I did before. And I think that's like everybody's trope is marketing. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess for me to say it is I've figured it out. I'm just trying to become a black belt at it now. Like I
Right.
know how to do it. I know the stuff that uh that works. I'm just trying to figure out how to be a master at it and what specific things with this ad or this
Uh-huh.
this you get the point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's really my thing that like I really because if I can learn how to market like a fucking label markets, or if I get those connections lined up and everything, um these motherfuckers are in trouble, bro. Like I'm so being so for real, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
industry ain't gonna be ready for that. I'm gonna be a
I
fucking monster.
mm-hmm. I what I've learned, because I kind of I kind of went on the same journey, is like I learned to like kind of improve my marketing by kind of just like thinking about my marketing posts as a artistic product in and of itself, if that makes sense. Where it's
Yeah,
like
there's an art to it. Yeah.
yeah, there's an art to it. Like and like kind of like how those commercials will bring up some outlandish skit to promote their product,
Right.
like that, like it sticks in your mind because of that,
Or
like
how fast food companies will represent certain colors because those colors psychologically make you
mm,
hungry,
yeah,
like
yeah,
just
like
shit like that.
I know so much about Geico just because of their crazy series
Right.
of ad campaigns. It's like holy shit, so like fucking, or like I'm trying to think, Old Spice was another thing. Like Old Spice had like a whole ass lore associated with their commercials. It's
Right.
like,
Right.
and it's like I kind of have the same thing going on with my music, where it's like I have lore in it, if that makes sense, like lore associated with some of my songs. I'm a storyteller. I enjoy telling stories. So it's like there's an element of that for sure. And just incorporating things that you've never seen before, or like
Right.
novelty, I think is, at
Right.
least that's something I picked up on. It doesn't have to be the only trick in your up your sleeve, but that's definitely something I've learned in my
100%.
time. Um and let's see. Let's play song 4. What song do you want to play next?
mm Let's do a fun one. Let's
Okay.
do Piss as Fuck. That's not going to be on 23. That's actually going to be on 22, the EP.
22. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
it's going to have my mugshot on it.
All right, let's look at the discography here. Come on. Where?
Check through the singles. Sometimes we
Yeah,
pull up
there
the
we go. There we
singles.
go.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's up there.
Right
It's my
there.
mugshot.
22.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. It should be the second song. I think Piss as Fuck.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this one always goes fucking stupid on shows.
Test me. These bitches so test me. They wanna be besties. They want my heart. I tell them to step, please. But you can't finesse me. Give up about your man. Black yellow stripes on her shirt. Killer be like Wu-Tang word. Hella freeze over 4. I'm hurt, yeah. Keep 100. I'm never trading my worth, yeah. I'm fucking up your groupies when I pull up on the crew. Sucking on my dick and then she bit it with a tube. Tell your mans I'm smacking all his friends and bitches too. Never give a fuck about no man that's out of the room. I'm pissed as fuck, better duck. Fuck is up, out of love, out of trust. Now I'm fucking this shit up. Cause I'm pissed as fuck, out of love, out of love, out of trust, out of peace, out of patience. Oh my God, Jesus. I tell you about Paul, you know as an artist, I come with the draw, I come with the lick, I come with the tick. Your bitch is still wishing I did it again. I skied on her head, then did all her friends. I said my dick grew on them, is what it is. You pulling with that, I'm pulling with this. Her mouth is a daycare, I gave her my kid. I tell your bitch shut the fuck up. If she do not listen, it's uppercut. I ain't got time for these hoes sluts. Shoot your man till it's cold, what? I do this shit now, it's easier. Who the fuck still wanna be for us? Fuck you speaking disrespectful for. Get the fuck out of my mentions, yeah. This is fuck, better duck. Fuck it up, out of love, out of trust. Now I'm fucking this shit up. Cause I'm pissed as fuck, out of love, out of love, out of trust, out of peace, out of patience. Oh my God, this is fuck, this is fuck, better duck. Fuck it up, out of love, out of trust. Now I'm fucking this shit up. Cause I'm pissed as fuck, out of love, out of love, out of trust, out of peace, out of patience. Oh my God, this is fuck.
Woo! I was pissed as fuck. Wow.
Yeah, as soon as that beat hits, bro, those crowds go
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
Oh yeah. No, I can imagine those 808s.
It's like a sleeper agent wakes up.
Yeah. That's crazy. I like the atmosphere too, like the maniacal laughing, the paper crunkling.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really, really fucking cool. Definitely has like a, I don't know what you would call it, like an edgy, like coarse edge to it. This one. Really cool.
Definitely, yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that was during my my arrested era.
Ah. Yeah. Mugshot, I would explain that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a hoodie too. Go
Oh,
get it on
yeah.
my website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to share this, but what were you in for?
Trespassing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It was
Wow.
trespassing.
Damn. That's lame.
Hey, the reason why it ended up, I don't know how the fuck it ended up being the way it did. I kind of rushed the gun. They were trying to get me, and I could talk about this shit now because it's over. It's like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They was trying to get me for breaking and entering, and they put me like they were trying to get me like as a felon and everything, and put me in for actual fucking time for however fucking long they wanted to do it. But then it came out that like there was nothing we broke, so they couldn't. There was nothing, and all it was, bro. All it really was, I wasn't in there doing nothing like crazy mischievous, and I've done a lot of crazy shit. So for me to get arrested for this, I thought it was so fucking goofy because I've done felony level shit, but but all I was doing is I was in an abandoned warehouse filming a music video for that EP. That's all I was doing. And we thought nobody owned the shit. It was abandoned as fuck, bro. I'm talking like there was needles on the floor and shit. There was graffiti and like place was run down. Nothing was going on. And we're thinking to ourselves, because my film guy at the time, he said he's been in there several times and like he's never had a problem. And the one time we all decide to go, we get swatted the fuck down mid recording session. And
Did you ever get to
he
record?
tried to like, huh?
Sorry, no. Keep telling your story, but I have a question after that.
Yeah. So yeah, we like I'm talking like there's like 7, 8 cops pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing my last scene for the video, and all we heard was fucking freeze. And we turned around and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Holy
Guns
shit.
pointed at us and all, and we was like, "Holy shit!" Like, I didn't even know like this was a big deal, and he was pissed as hell. He was pissed as fuck, and he was insisting that we get charged, and he wanted to get us for breaking, entering, all the shit, but. We didn't break anything. Everything was open. Everything was unlocked. We just walked in. So, yeah. I thought that was so goofy. And that's the thing that I got a fucking mugshot for was that. I've done so much worse shit.
Might not want to say that on air, but
I'm not. I don't do it now. I'm just saying like, previously. I mean, it's whatever now.
Yeah. Nah, that's very ironic. My question was, did you ever get to use that footage in a music video?
Yeah, as I did. I used it after court. I even talked. So whenever I got arrested, I talked to one of the cops, and I was like, "So, despite this terrible situation, can I still use the footage?" and he was just like, "Well, it's going to be evidence used against you." I'm like, well, y'all already fucking got me. It's clear that I was in there. Can I still use the footage though? Like, and he was like, well, I would just wait till after court. After that, it don't matter. I was like, okay. Day that court was over and I beat my case or whatever the hell you want to call that, I posted the video.
That's dope. Is it on this EP? That'd be very funny if it was.
Yeah, it's 22. The song.
That's so good. Oh my god. It's like the case manufactured the cover art that you used and you used the music video. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
I wanna get like $10 million just to buy that warehouse off of him and then be like, hey, you remember this?
Yes. Oh, that would be so funny. Petty. That would be so fucking funny. That would be so funny. Oh man. That's a wild story.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is the more fun category called artist trivia.
Okay.
Just like random
what
questions.
What category is this, 5 or 6?
It's this is number 5.
Okay. Got you.
This is the last section of questions and the last song showcase before we end this interview. So this first question is, who's an artist we wouldn't expect you to listen to?
I think because I'm so versatile, it's kind of hard because I feel like everybody's kind of like, well, I expect you to listen to a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Shit, I like, let's see. I like Miles Davis a lot. Jazz musician.
Gotcha. I guess that's not super surprising, but yeah.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it. What would be really surprising is if you liked a country artist based on what you were talking about. I was
trying to think of one, but like it's not real. There's not really like an artist in particular that I'm like crazy about. It's really just songs.
That's fair.
Yeah.
For me, it's Johnny Cash, probably.
Yeah, I mean, classic. Sure, we can go with that. I like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your favorite and least favorite part about being a musician?
I'd say, and this is really not so much being a musician, it's really just like what I put on myself. I think there's a double-edged sword with wanting to be great, not just be a musician, but like wanting to be great at this at the level that I want to do it.
Right.
Um, I think the best way I could explain it in a sentence is heavy is the one that wears the crown. Um,
Yeah.
with everything that comes with wanting to be great, there's also all of the heaviness and pressure that comes with it as well, that not only life puts on you, but also that you put on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has these dreams around you that comparatively to you, and it's not to sound like they're not important, but comparatively to you, they're not as big. Like this person
Mm-hmm.
wants to be a nurse, this person wants to, and that's not to say anything about nurses. That's a fantastic career. Like we need those.
Yeah.
We need those more than a lot of other shit. But
Mm-hmm.
somebody wants to be nurse or manager here, or they want to be an engineer, or they want to, things that are like a lot more doable, that are a lot that have linear career paths. You go
Mm-hmm.
to school and you finish and you're done
Yeah.
versus I want to be uh, a Grammy award winning, diamond plaque having uh, uh, artist, number one Billboard album charting artist that is known all over the world, and all this really big dramatic glamorous shit, as well
Uh-huh.
as like for me, like I want to not just be that, but I also want to be a voice of my movement of my generation. So you have
Mm-hmm.
like these, not to be disrespectful, but like these Jesus level missions,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you put all that pressure yourself, and meanwhile everyone else is looking at you like, bro, you still here. They don't
Yeah.
see it because you see it,
I
and
I
you're
know.
you're
I
manifesting it as it's coming, and
uh-huh.
because you're living in that timeline, that vision.
Right.
But
Right.
everybody, I think that's something a lot of people don't understand about me, or like people that have that mindset, is like the amount of sometimes stress that you put yourself under because you have this mission that even though people don't think you have to complete, to you have to complete. Like
Yeah.
my steps are limited. I have so much time before that is to be done. I can't waste time. I can't waste steps. I can't
Right.
waste sitting here and like being like, oh, what'll happen one day? Like, no, like I'm working on it today, now, present. This is
Right.
this is my mission. And even if it's a small scale, I'm I'm working towards it every day. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the worst part of doing what I do at this stage specifically, is just because of the amount of pressure that I put on myself. And I've heard it all the time. People talk about like, well, you don't have to do that. You don't have to, you need to give yourself grace. And like I understand that, and to an extent, yes, I do, but I also feel like it's a catch 22 because I can't afford to give myself a relaxing thought about it, because that's also what drives me. That's what pushes
Right.
me to want, cuz like it's not there yet. So it's like there's more to be done. There's more work to
Right.
do. It's
Right.
the Kobe Bryant mindset. We're both horse ears. We both work like fucking crazy amounts. Like we don't stop.
Yeah.
The whole interview of him being like a shit ton of points up in the lead in the halftime, and they were asking him like, how do you feel about yourself? You're winning, you're killing it right now. And he just looks at it with a straight ass face, and he's like, well, what's there to be happy about? There's work to be done. That's how I feel
Mm.
24/7. you know and I try
Gotcha.
to live in my moments. I live in my successes, and and try to enjoy them, but ultimately at the end of the day, when I close the door and it's just me, that's how I feel. It's like there's more work to be done. There's more people I got to
Mm-hmm.
help. There's more people. There's more things that have to be completed. It's not about trying to hit the it's not an ego contest. It's not about me trying to hit this level of success or fame. I
No,
don't give
I
a
get
fuck
it.
about that.
I
it's
get it.
about it's about what know that I'm here to do, and fulfilling what that mission is.
It's about
That's
the
why I call it
journey,
like a
not the
Jesus level
destination.
mission. Yeah, that's why I call it like a Jesus level mission, because like I have a set fulfillment for the people that I feel is meant for, as well as myself, and it's holding myself to that standard of there's kids dying every day, bro. There's kids
Oh
dying
yeah.
every day to
Yeah.
themselves because of things that they're dealing with right here.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get to that. I gotta
Right.
like, that's how I think. I think worldwide. So it's like I don't have time to sit here because this kid is not going to make it another day. That's just
Oh
how I'm
yeah,
wired.
yeah.
You know.
No, I totally
So
get that for sure. Really admirable stuff, and I totally get the the insatiable drive to just keep going, work on the next project. Once the previous project is done, continue working on the next one. Like I get that for sure. It's like, and it's like not even necessarily for me connected, like you said, connected to a desire for fame and fortune. It's just a an unstoppable flame that you can't burn out because it's what makes you create in the first place, and then it's innate, it's fundamental. I'm realizing I've been trying to hold it in for a while for this to be a good interview, but I have to go to the bathroom really badly.
you're good. You're good.
So just maybe we'll play one song of yours, and you can talk with Chad if Chad is still around. I'll try to be back as soon as I can. I apologize.
No, you're good. We'll have an intermission real quick. Just play Just play go to 23 and play 65 Roses.
Okay, 65
I'll use
Roses.
the bathroom too while you're using it.
Yeah. It might play next to you next if I don't come back in time. Well,
that's fine. Let's go with
all right.
you.
See ya. Be right back.
Help me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna make it to my birthday party. I can't breathe. Can't eat, yet I'm starving. Can't even get no sleep from this coffee. Drowning in my oxygen. Why am I sick again? Oh my God, when will it end? Surrounded by all my friends, the family that I made in the end. Lay me 65 roses. Lonely. No one understands this. Stay 6 feet away from your friends. I'm slowly flirting with death again. Nurses all around my bed. Save me, please.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, you just got back too. Okay.
Cool. So we don't have too many questions left, but just a few last minute ones. This is a would you rather question. Would you rather have all the gear you could possibly want or 3 placements with 3 of your favorite artists? I think I know what you're gonna say, but
Yeah, 3 placements of my favorite artists.
yeah. It's a pretty good one, and based on what you said about the simplistic approach to your gear and how much you admire artists, I was like, yeah, I know what he's gonna say, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Next question we got. If you could only choose one of these, would you pick producing or vocalizing?
Vocalizing. Yeah,
Okay.
my voice is everything. I mean, I love producing, and like that's like that really plays with, I guess, like the analyticalness of me.
Mm-hmm.
And that plays into my personality. But as far as my gift and what I'm here to do, definitely voice. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a fire sign too, so like I'm all about passion. Um, I'm all about I mean, just the energy of what fire brings. I mean, that's all in my
Right.
voice. Yeah, that's so definitely vocalizing.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Um. All right. I think we're coming up to the last song. This is the last song showcase before the end of the interview. Um, what do you want it to be?
Um, let's do the outro of the album.
Okay.
It's sad, don't get me wrong, but it's a nice conclusion, and it's very it's not like mixed or produced like
Mm,
some like it's not this this nice clean cut like recording. This sounds like it's off a phone, like it's an interlude, but it's beautiful. It's
gotcha.
like what I love about it. It's very raw. And
Mm,
I'll give the story on it after.
okay. So it will all make sense in the end. Is the one?
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
Let's get it.
Been in mental prison I've been inside this mind of mine. There's no escape. Don't accept fate. Believe me, I've tried. All of my life, strife after strife. But I'll take the pain for you to say. If it means they find peace, I suffer for everyone. Where did you go, my earth? No, you don't see it, but I hate myself, 'cause I can't let go. And when death finds me, I will not hide nor save face. I will be joyful to know that at least you'll all be fine. When that day finally comes for me, I feel complete, fulfilled in my call. And if they miss me, just know it's alright. This is why we survive. Oh, make sense. It'll all make sense. It'll all make sense in the end.
Wow. That was really somber. Really cool. Really beautiful.
Hmm.
It will all make sense in the end. I definitely get the what you were talking about. How it was like kinda lo-fi, if that makes sense,
Yeah,
or low quality, but like in a tasteful sort of way. I definitely got that vibe
yeah,
from the recording.
yeah. And I had to kind of fight originally. There was some people on my team that were like, "Really, that one? Like, it don't sound." But I was like, "No, like, I'm not doing the album without that one." Like, I was like, "That has to be the outro."
Mm,
So also just because it's sentimental. So, um, there was a second time. So there was one time in my life where I went through with an attempt, but there was a second time in my life, which was a
mm,
little bit more recent, not this year, but last year, where I was intending to go through with one, and it
mm,
was, and then I I don't know. It's like just, I guess you could call this like a divine thing, or you can make of it, I guess, how anybody wants to make of it. But I just felt this leading to kind of just play the piano and just freestyle, I guess you could say, my
Mm,
feelings in song. So none of that
gotcha.
was written down. None of that was like pre-planned. That was a spur of the moment, like direct live inspiration.
Mm,
And then I had it filmed. I had it like recorded, and it
gotcha.
was all just happening live. And at the end of that session, when I finished, I don't know. I changed my mind. I was in tears. And I changed my mind. It just
Wow.
made me change my mind for some
Wow.
reason,
So you
and
performed
that's
that.
why it's the outro.
So you played that with the intention of committing,
Right? Yeah,
but then after you stopped, you were in tears and you changed your mind.
yeah.
Wow.
And then after that, I told myself I'm never going to think of like going through with that again, like ever. Um,
Wow.
and yeah, and like even the words and everything that was like on the spot. That was not pre-planned or anything. The singing, the notes, all of it. Yeah, that was all as it happened.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah,
That is so meaningful. I don't even know where to begin. That is
yeah.
that is
That's why I was
heavy.
like, no, this is the outro. There's no ifs, ands, or
Yeah.
buts. This is the outro.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. This is wow. Mm, yeah.
Hmm.
Heavy shit. Wow. I,
What an interview.
what an interview. Yeah. Yeah. I'm honestly honored that you felt. I mean, I know how your mind works, and I know how you roll with the whole oversharing or privacy thing, or like a privacy thing. You don't really have a. You're not really like I'm just all the same. I'm really touched and honored that you share that with me. That's that's
Of
really deep and
course.
meaningful. That's
Of
yeah.
course.
That
Thank
yeah.
you for a platform for it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Because there are people who would take that to their grave and never talk about it. Like, and
Yeah.
the fact that you're so open and honest about it is very, very
Hmm.
special. The fact that you feel comfortable enough to do that,
Hmm.
very deep and very meaningful. I don't have the word. I don't even have I don't even have begin to have the words for it. I'm very ass at talking. I don't know. Uh, um, but yeah, that was really cool. Thank you for coming on, and I'm looking forward to listening to more of your music, man. You're a really talented dude. You're really inspired. Your story is really inspiring. And I look forward to what you do next. Honestly, I'm excited.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
Let's close it off. We usually like to close off. I usually like to close off streams with one last song, kind of like how I did with the opening and then the intro. Um, you have a preference?
We could do cycles.
Cycles? Okay. Cycles.
Yeah,
Where's
we could
that?
do cycles. The
Oh, right,
singles
right,
right
right,
there,
right.
or you can do it
Gotcha,
on the
gotcha,
album. Yeah.
gotcha. I got you. All right, there it is. So
Yeah.
yeah. Once again, this has been another successful episode, albeit a fairly long episode. Didn't realize it's been 3 hours long. Interview with Cystic. It's been a while since I've done another interview or done a music talks episode in general. I plan on doing those more often now. So stay tuned for that. Next stream is probably going to be I don't even know, maybe another music submission stream, maybe gaming. Was not talking to you, Siri. Yeah. But once again, see you guys next time. Appreciate you coming through. Peace.
Wake, hustle, grind, eat, sleep, dream, repeat. Wake, hustle, grind, eat, sleep, dream, repeat. Wake, hustle, grind, same shit, different week. Wake, hustle, grind, wash, rinse, then repeat.
Waking up when a gun in my head. I'm waking up and when a gun is just putting it into my misery dead. I pray my soul to keep to lay me to bed. My mother weeping, telling nothing I did. Now every day feel the same as it came. Now every day feel like Groundhog Day. Now every day be the same okay. I grind, get money, I chase, I dream, exhausted soul. I give my whole man everything now. Almost quit now so many times, but the art in my heart never dies. This torture, living in this head of mine. How the fuck do I sleep with this dream of mine? I'm tired of being broken, I'm tired of chasing hope. Tired of check to check and I'm tired of hearing no. But it's like an addiction, bro, I can't let it go. So to success or my death, I guess I
wake, hustle, grind, eat, sleep, dream, repeat. Wake, hustle, grind, eat, sleep, dream, repeat. Wake, hustle, grind, same shit, different week. Wake, hustle, grind, wash, rinse, then
Like, am I feeling nauseous? Stomach sick, toxins. All that's on my body, in my mind is saying caution. Pray God changes, really I can't take this. Everybody hurting, you can see it on the faces. Like, why the fuck the mom still working out the office? Look me in the eyes like she ain't hurt through the process. And why the fuck the dad still saving over profits? 60-hour weeks, dead heat, no sleep, no. Say a prayer for the one that's plotting on me. I can never take an L, cause I'm eternal, I'm a zombie. I'ma fucking keep it moving, type of thoughts. And if my body hit the dirt, just know I fought and gave it all, they never got me, nah. My life, get up and go, it's like highs and the lows, it's like nobody knows how your life can unfold, where this shit really goes, where it takes you when you really put this shit to the throat, but I know.
Wake, hustle, grind, eat, sleep, dream, repeat. Wake, hustle, grind, eat, sleep, dream, repeat.